This is the Meat Monkey Hangout. I'm just going to wait to see if anyone wants to join. Got nothing really to talk about right now unless someone has some input. Just want to see who's out there. Anyone who wants to have a voice, share their ideas, talk about anything, I'm here. What's up, Vaison? Hey, Redemption.
Hello. Hi, Josie.
Hey, welcome.
Hi,
Welcome
man.
to the Meat
Hi,
Monkey
man. How are
Hangout.
you? How are you, man? How are you?
Just trying to enjoy my meat monkey state. That's all.
Yeah, man. Like, man, I'm so fucking impressed. Like last live, that was so fucking awesome.
Yeah, thanks for coming on and sharing your thoughts, man.
Yeah, man. Like, I feel like when we open up, to different ideas, that's that makes us feel good.
Yeah, I'm the kind of person who's open up to anything. Like I leave everything on the table. I want to hear everyone's
Yeah,
thoughts
man.
and
Like
ideas.
we shouldn't, like like we shouldn't have any boundaries. Like we can have like a free talk. Like there is no one to judge. That kind
Exactly.
of, shit I want.
Yeah, I mean, I may have a YouTube channel, but I mean, there's people who know more than I do. So
Yeah, man. It's true. Like I've told you, like things, like how things are running here, man. Like things are so fucking evil. Like I am at work, at fucking call center, man. Like, and I know how much pain I feel in. I have to work for 10 hours, and it's 50 hours per week, and sometimes 60, 70 hours a week. So man, that shit, like just to survive here, because wages in India are so fucking less.
you said you work at a call center?
Yeah, I work at call center.
Man, that was my first job I ever had back when I was like 16. It was
Seriously,
miserable.
man.
It was so miserable. But
Yeah,
you
man,
got to
that's
do
how
what
I
you
am.
got to do to make that slave money. So
Yeah, man, like these jobs, man, these jobs sucks, man. Like doesn't matter how much you defend them, but man, these jobs sucks. Like call center, warehouse job. Like warehouse job is so fucking terrible, man. Like when it was my first job in Canada, like I used to work in a factory in Simcoe, like Simcoe, Ontario, because I used to live in London, Ontario, and there I studied in Fanshawe College, and I for 2 years I and then I got my diploma in business, but that diploma is no use, man. Like people don't consider that study over here, man. Like I don't know, this kind of things are happening, man. Like every day I'm going to my job, like I don't want to, like I don't want to go to my job, I just want to do something which I am passionate about, but what should I do, man? Like it's fucking hell. You have to survive. There
yeah,
is your family. There is your family. You have to feed them also. It's
let's
not easy,
let's say that you didn't have to go to work. What would you rather be doing?
man. Like exploring, new cities. Like that's the most good thing. Like roaming around. Seeing different cities, seeing different vibes, because every city has a different kind of vibes, because I have car, if I if I get money, like I'll just roam everywhere in India, like, with my car. That's my like simple dreams, but these simple dreams also need and too much money. That's like because earning money is very difficult, in today's age. Like I don't know why people say we are too advanced, but still like we have to, like it, it like it will be so good if AI can work everything, and we humans can, just be free, freely, just roaming around anywhere, smoking blunts, and talking to women, like that kind of shit.
Yeah, yeah, I feel you. For me, I've done a lot of things in my life. I've traveled around. You all right?
Yeah, yeah, man. I just arrived at my home.
Yeah. Well, what I was saying was, yeah, I've done a lot of things in my life. I've traveled here and there. The thing is,
Yeah,
no matter how exciting the adventures are or how fulfilling they may be, you always end up back in the same spot of what now?
yeah,
I mean,
man.
it's just so
Yeah,
unfulfilling.
it sucks, man.
I'm gonna go walk on a trail somewhere. I'm gonna go visit some cities and like buy some coffee or look at the artwork or see NPCs walking around. I mean,
Yeah,
it gets kind of boring if you don't really have the ability to do more than what the society offers you. And that's why
yeah,
people get like lost in video games because they have all these powers and they have actual real adventures that isn't tied to the monetary system and the human meat monkey avatar.
yeah, man. Like humans are supposed to have fun, like because we chase happiness. Animals do not chase happiness, they just survive, But we humans chase happiness. We need food. We need happiness also, like food.
Yeah,
That's why so many people are, drug addicts, because
yeah. So I have this obsessive stalker in my trying to get on here who won't leave me alone.
Lou,
The same guy who always tries to
that
disrupt
king,
the
king,
conversation and make it
king
all
is
about him.
that
Anyways,
sanity machine.
yeah, he's trying to get on here, but I don't really want to talk about
Man,
him.
man, he's Canadian, so I know these people, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways,
man. Let's talk something deep, man. Like in last life, I was just traveling, so I couldn't talk to you properly. But man, you you won't trust like how much I love you, man. Like your videos, man. Like that was, first when I started Blaze, watching Blaze, then you guys, then that's how I get aware about this shit.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I miss Bliss wherever he is. Hopefully he found some peace because this YouTube thing can be very detrimental to your spirit, honestly. Because you have people who want to like cut you down and harass you about everything you say.
yeah, man. What can you do?
Yeah, I mean these people who do this wouldn't do this in real life to you, but they have the safety of the
Bro,
internet to say whatever they want to your face, well through the screen, and have no
yeah,
repercussions.
yeah, I know, man. And one more thing, man, like in real life, it's more brutal, because in real life there are 5, 6 guys, gang stalking, like they are just, you know, watching you every day, every moment, and then they are just finding, thing to, to catch you, to bite you. That kind of shit happens in real life also. Like, I don't trust people. Like, I'm at that point, I don't make friends because, man, you won't believe me how much I got fucked up just because of my friends.
Yeah,
Man, I was in fucking Canada, but what happened? Like, me, I used to live in a house like where three guys, like they are from different state, and like what happened, like those three guys somehow got jealous from me because I used to have like a od on like on like on bank, like on, fuck, man, what that word, but these guys got jealous from me, and these guys, one of them like slapped me, like, no, for no reason. Then I called police, like, but what they did, like they did, they put charge on me, because these three guys were saying like he's drunk, he take big drugs and all that kind of shit. And that was the reason, I got deported.
You got deported?
Yeah, man, because I got charges on. And then, man, life just plays so much fucking, I wasted my all of my money, man. Now I'm working in a fucking call center, that kind of life, man.
Yeah.
I never believed like this kind of things will happen to me. And when I'm just gonna be honest with you, it doesn't matter who are watching or not, man. Like in Canada, I'm saying really, like I got addicted to fentanyl, meth, and those kind of things. And those kind of things, they took all of my money, and I became homeless over there. That's how shit happened. Like for straight 1 year, I was just roaming around in different shelters, being high, doing all kind of shit, man. That's why you don't know life, how life plays you, man. Like it's so confusing, that's but that one benefit I got from roaming around, in different shelters. I used to interact with local people, because in shelters there were Canadians, like most of them were Canadians, so I used to talk to them. That's why I have a different accent. It is not like I just copied from someone or anything, like because I lived in Canada for 4 years, and for 1 year I was fucking homeless, just because I was doing drugs. But after that, man, like I just came back to India. Like what happened, like my passport got lost, when I became homeless. Like all of my things were just lost. Police took them. Like some of, like that case, I was in that case. I used to pay my lawyer like $10,000 kind of fees, and like that's why I got in too much stress. Then I started doing drugs, and I became homeless, for straight 1 year. I was just roaming around in different shelters. And if you go in Canada, man, there are people still like these people are still here. They are on shelters, like who I know. These people are still living in shelters. But I came back here because, you know, it's not like that. We are poor here. Like we are considered, medium. Like we have money. So I came back, and I started doing call center job here in India. But now I don't take any drugs, man. Like I smoke weed. I sometimes drink alcohol, but I don't take those hard drugs. And I won't say to anyone that take hard drugs, man, because you don't know. Like once that lighter will blow up, and that thing is that thing can, like, you will do OD, and you will go to directly to that, man.
Yeah, that sounds terrible, man. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Like that's why I became aware, because if I had like a good experience here, I wouldn't become part of this community, because this community, this community is just of the people who see the suffering here, man. Not just me, I see the suffering of different people, like whom we call NPC. I see it, but most of the time, their brain is locked. Like I'm telling you, Joshua, like if you want to believe me, it's up to you. But I'm telling you, if you have done psychedelics, then you have become god, man. I'm telling you, if you don't want to believe me, it's up to you. But that kind of shit, when you take shrooms, your mind, like have all kind of different connections, you see shit, and those kind of shit goes to your subconscious,
Yeah, yeah. I've done psychedelics when I was younger. And
yeah,
it definitely it's like a hack into the computer
yeah,
processor of the brain to make you be able to receive more input from your external stimuli.
yeah,
And
man.
it's almost like magical in a way. Like everything seems more alive and real, and how it would like in a fairy tale land. Unless you're having a bad trip. If you're having a bad trip, then you're like fucked. But
Man,
yeah,
let
when I
me.
was doing shrooms, I felt like um just life seemed more alive and interesting. And it's I don't really see that as a hallucination. I see that as like you're receiving more um your senses have been broadened in a way that you can receive more stimuli. But that
Yeah,
that can also be a trap to get you to want to stay here and think things can get better if only the overlay could get updated or something.
man. Thing is, like you're right. Whatever you said, like I totally agree with that. But man, like most people, they don't want to try anything. They just want to live very, safely here. Just like they have too much fear inside them. That's why, if you say to them like psychedelics will help you, still like you give them all the proof, anything, but they won't believe you because they have fear inside. Because government has put psychedelics in class A drugs. That's the reason people don't do it because they they have too much fear inside them, because they think, oh, we're gonna become mad or whatever. I'm telling you, man, if I haven't done psychedelics in my life, I wouldn't have that much of knowledge. Like I'm not saying like I have like anything else, like any, but I have real experience in this fucking hell.
You have real experience with what?
Experience in this hell, man. Like
Oh yeah.
struggling, man. Still struggling. Like I don't know when this struggle gonna end. Like that's why I say life is absurd, man. Like what you do in life for 60 years, 50 years, you just chase happiness and you just work do a fucking street job. Like most people do not even want to do their jobs, but still, man, like they have to go to their jobs just because they can't die. They because this body, if you don't give it food for one day, it gonna fucking, you will have a stomach aches. You will suffer. You will know then what is this fucking game. If you wanna know this fucking game, just don't eat food. You will know how much suffering this place have.
Yeah, exactly. John says shrooms had the opposite effect on me. I had a Truman Show collapse. The sun felt artificial, like an incubator light. There was no God, only the seething realization of the enemy at play. Yeah, yeah, I've also experienced that too. Those are like the bad trips, so to say, and that could be more truthful than the good experiences, honestly.
That Truman Show feeling, man. Like I can't describe them it words. You feel so, you feel like you are the only real guy here, and everyone is just drones. Everyone is just drone, and like all of like cars going around on the street, they are watching you. They are listening to that kind of shit happen to your brain. Like it's not a bad trip, but it just shows like how how unaware of you are about the shit. Because psychedelics, how much they open your brain. Like you can't see those kind of shit. You can't make like most rappers. What they do. They just do psychedelics. That's how they write that kind of rhymes, and uh you know like these rhymes are very very addictive. Like music is so addictive.
Yeah, it's like a spell that gets cast into your subconscious, and it's like,
Subconscious, man. Yeah, like people think, like I'm very conscious, like whatever they are doing, like these musics, like I won't get affected from that, bro. You don't know, they are putting messages in your subconscious, man. And one thing I fear, that chip, they will put a chip in your brain. So just you don't have to use your hand while scrolling through, while you are doing work on a laptop or anything. You will just connect your chip from the laptop and you will just think like like that. You know what I'm saying, na?
yeah. Hold on. This Sam's trying to enter, but it won't let me add him to studio for some reason. I don't know why.
Who?
Sam, this one guy on YouTube. Try to exit out again and then come back in and see if it'll fix it.
Yeah, man. So like these lives, man. Like these lives, man. You're so good, man. Like I can't describe, man. Like bliss and you got you like you two are, like who made me aware about this shit, because there are more channels, but what they do, man, like there's only one thing I hate about them, they just repeat themselves too many times, say same thing like over and over.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And with what you what with what you gained from us, you spread that now, and now you make it your own, however you see fit. Hey, Hattori, what's up?
What's up? What's up, bro? How are
Hey,
you?
What's up,
education and
man?
knowledge, what's going on?
How are you, bro? Good.
How's everyone doing?
Good, good, good. Good.
I was glad to see that you popped on live at the perfect timing because I've been struggling with synchronicities.
Hey,
Joshua,
what's
can
up?
you hear me, brother? Joshua,
Yeah. Well, this is a good
can you hear
synchronicity,
me?
right? Yeah, what's up?
I have some informations.
Okay, go for it.
Brother, what is happening in this world is unbelievable, bro. I can't believe this life. I can't
Your
believe,
accent,
bro.
man,
The
funny.
degradation of this world is unbelievable, bro.
Yeah.
Truly.
I can't believe this shit, bro.
Yeah. Hattori, what were you saying before, real
I
quick?
didn't. I didn't want to like break the subject because you guys are talking about psychedelics and stuff. But
Oh, it can go wherever you want it to go.
okay, I'm really struggling with this whole synchronicity stuff.
What's going on?
I mean, I can literally like I've been having them a lot, and to me they seem like breadcrumbs as well.
For sure. Yeah.
Because I'll be thinking something in my mind, asking like a specific question to something I'm super curious about that's really bothering me, say, and boom, it manifests itself in some kind of a sign that I guess would only make sense to me, and it's kind of mind blowing when it happens, and then it's like
Sorry,
that's
sorry, sister. Sorry, can I say something?
sure.
Yes. Something. The state that humanity is today is the responsibility of each human being. You know something. When the human being don't talk and don't stop the degradation and how to say it, justice. We want justice. We want rights. We want responsibility. We want freedom. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. That's the problem with this world. There's no organization. There's everything is chaos. You know what I'm saying? Human being is free and responsible. You know what I'm saying? So it's ideas in the same context. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem.
True. All right,
Yeah.
Hattori, go on with what you're saying.
Joshua,
Wait,
can
wait, wait, wait,
I?
wait. Let's let her finish what she was
Uh,
saying first.
can I speak?
Let's let Hatari finish what she was saying. She got
Well,
Yeah.
interrupted.
you know where I'm going with this, right,
Yeah, go
Josh?
ahead.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then you start to get blown away, and I'm not speaking these things out loud. It's only in my own mind, and these signs will appear, and they're just totally random things, but only things that I would ever understand, and it makes you feel like, oh wow, kind of blown away. But then they're just little breadcrumbs too. There, it seems like there everything is a breadcrumb. There's no, it really pisses me off. I hear a lot of people are doing so well right now with God, and to me I'm just like, well, there's got to be that definite the that I hate even saying these terms, but the divinity within you. Okay, so there's got to,
Sister,
yes,
sister,
yes,
sister. Can you hear me?
yes, I could hear.
Sorry. Can you let me read some
Hey,
things
no,
I
no, no, no,
wrote?
no. Hey, let's let her finish first. Just let
Okay,
her finish.
brother. Oh.
Well, what do you think of
Just
that?
Joshua, when you want to give me the word I want to talk, just tell me.
Okay, I'll
Okay.
let you know.
Yes.
What do
Just
you
let everyone
think
have a
of
chance to speak.
what do you
Yeah.
think of those things, Joshua?
Yeah, those happened to me my whole entire life, and that's what kind of got me down the spiritual path to begin with. Is because I had all these crazy synchronicities since I was young, and I just kept noticing them, and would always lead me somewhere I thought, and every time would be just more mind fuckery, like no true answers. No, it's just like something toying with you.
Yeah.
Like one for me, I see 11, 17 all the time. Like I'll start doing something and I'll look at the clock and it'll be 11:17. I used to think they were messages from God or it's like from the spirit realm,
Right.
and they would lead you on, but nothing would ever come out of it.
Right. And it's making me, and you hear all these other people, there's a lot of people that are doing really well, that they put all their trust in God and all this stuff, and that's fine, because I guess they're doing the work of the God of this place. But right, I mean, that's the only thing I can come up with, because I'll get these synchronicities. And I mean, I had a raccoon come in my room the other night and open the door, like he opened the window himself, opened the screen himself, and then there was another synchronicity that was showing me what that was meaning, and it was
Yeah. Sorry, sister. Yeah, Joshua.
Yeah, yeah,
You know the problem. Where is the problem? They don't want people to talk, to express themselves. To say what is right, what is wrong. You know what I'm saying. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
They
They,
don't want they don't want people to talk, to express themselves.
yeah. Well,
you
let's let her express herself, because let's stay on
they,
topic, and then we can change it when it's time. You
it
know.
might
yeah,
be
well,
it might
I just want to say that the something there's the wrong there's wrong and there is good. There's truth and there is a lie. You know what I'm saying? The problem with this word, they don't want to hear the truth, they want to hear the lie. That's the problem.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
because
the, you know what I'm saying.
the structure is like that. You can't do it.
well, and then I'm starting to think too, like, in a way, truth is starting to become very subjective. And what I mean by that is whatever you believe is true. You
And
know,
you can, and
because we have that power of belief. So I could be talking to somebody that, let's just say, they really believe that oh gosh, I'm just trying to think of something off the top of my head, that McDonald's is very good for them, and they never get sick, because
that's
in their
Yeah.
mind, they believe that there's nothing wrong with it. I'm using that as a dumb example, but those kind of things are tripping me out too. And yeah, the synchronicities have got to stop. I've gotten myself into like a total isolation. Now I'm going on four years of
Sister,
yeah,
Joshua,
yeah,
you know something? If you want to build a better world, we need justice, truth, honor, respect, dignity, and in the same context, education, knowledge, development, compassion, high values, good heart, love, rights, dignity. You know what I'm saying? In the same context.
agreed. Very, very,
Yeah,
very true. And let's give that to people
yeah.
here.
and then
uh,
the
yeah,
people. And I've also noticed that people, like a lot of friends that I've had, like, let's say, for a long time, I can see so clear right now. It's like an awakening that's really bothering me, because I could see their intentions. So, like, for instance, somebody will call me. Really, what they're trying to do is kill dead time that they have. They're not really calling to see how I'm doing. They're calling to bring a whole bunch of minutia into my life and talk about things that don't matter, or like they didn't even hear what I just said. So you can kind of like see the intentions of people as well. And it's like, oh my God. I've noticed this, of course, way more since 2020, that a lot of people have become extremely narcissistic. And
Sister,
one
sorry, just quick, just quick. The problem with the world today, the good people, vs the evil people. You know, there's good versus evil. Evil people. There are a lot of evil people. So the good people must wake up and fight the evil people. You know, in order to make the world a better place. That's the problem. You know.
But here's the thing, I'm not interested in making the world a better place. I don't see very much hope for
Yeah.
it.
No, not making the world a better place. If you don't talk and express yourself about the evil and the wrong that is happening in this world, the result will be catastrophic. You know what I'm saying? So it's all each human being duty, because if we don't talk and say what is true and fight the lies, the result will be so massive and catastrophic for
Hey
all
Josh,
humanity. You know.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? Go ahead.
can I speak?
Go for it.
Yeah, well, actually, I had this thing in my mind for many days, that after Bliss left, so it's like I'm doing my work, but it's like I can, it's as if I can remember him through like projections or something like that. And it's like someone close to you, if he or she goes, then you remember him through multiple days, and then you just can't, it's not really attachment, but it's like you can't really leave them, so it's like that. So I'm still even thinking about him, because like Bliss was the only
Uh,
only
Indian,
person who
Indian
was like
brother, Indian
very similar
brother.
to my mindset. Yeah, yeah,
Brother,
yeah,
brother, do you remember Hiroshima and Nagasaki? I can't believe how they did it, you know. I can't believe it, you know.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
can't believe
Yeah,
how they did it, you know. Baby,
I do
woman,
remember.
they killed everybody, you know.
Yeah,
Unbelievable, bro.
actually, you can't do anything about that because it was all scripted from the start. It was all, pre-planned. So, unfortunately, as normies, we can't do anything. But the best thing we can do is just, keep ourselves aware, and just take the escape route as
I
fast as we can.
I'm very careful now, even, like I've been saying, like, for the past 4 years that I've been in this isolation, that my peace is too expensive for anybody to afford it. But I'm also adding my empathy onto that list, because it seems like anytime you give empathy to people, most of the time they're going to take advantage of it. So, and then
Mm,
I'll hear like people feel really bad. Oh, they're still wearing a mask. They're still wearing a mask. And for me, I don't care. If they want to wear a mask, let them wear a mask. I don't give a shit. So, like, my collective empathy, I don't have any.
No,
That's
no, 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 sorry,
yeah,
sorry. Sorry.
me
If,
neither.
sorry, sorry. If humanity don't unite, you know, just remember Corona or something disease, you know, the result will be catastrophic, you know what I'm saying? So the good people must wake up and fight the evil people. That's the message, you know. And it's complicated, you know. Existence is complicated, but
Yeah,
you know.
well, you can fight, but it's more like you can only fight in like your radius. It's not like you can go on to a very bigger or larger scale,
I
because
think
this thing is like fucking huge.
I think neutrality is probably the best way to go. And I don't
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't think
yeah. I get
fighting
that.
is, because fighting actually puts out a lot of loosh too. You fight with
Yeah,
anger. You fight with anger. I don't want to be angry. I just want to be at peace, and I want to be left alone, and I want those synchronicities to stop.
yeah.
What do you do with
Uh,
those synchronicities now, Josh?
I just observe them, and
Yeah, me
they
too.
never stop.
They never
Joshua,
stop.
Joshua, Joshua. I have some questions, you know.
Hey! I think you should
I have
stop
some
interrupting
questions,
people
bro.
because just flow normally with the conversation. You know,
Okay,
just go off what
brother.
people are
Thank you so
saying.
much. I'm going to leave, you know. Just
Okay, well, yeah, that's fine. You do what you want, but
thank you. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
all right, have a good day. Try to do your best in hell.
Yeah,
So you just laugh at them now?
I just noticed them and observed them, and I used to keep track of them
Mm-hmm.
throughout the day, but they would happen so many times that I couldn't really keep track of them all.
Right.
So
uh,
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just I wanted to know that what was, like uh, Hattori's story means. I mean, what she was telling. It was curious to know, I mean,
Oh,
nothing new, but
I'm
still,
just talking about synchronicities and how the spirit world speaks to you, and they kind of seem like little breadcrumbs to make you keep going.
yeah, yeah, and
It,
the worst part is that here you will only get like bits and pieces of truth. It's not like the whole package, but even then, it's not like the full thing. Even in then, you'll get you'll get the half things in that. That's why
mhm.
it's like so difficult, and like finding truth is getting hard and harder, these days. So I
Yeah, I
think so
don't
that's
even
the case.
I don't even look for truth anymore.
Yeah, me neither,
Because I'm
because
bored. I'm bored. It's like a hamster wheel. It goes nowhere.
because
Exactly.
because at this point it's like I'm only just looking towards my death, and just as fast as I can escape from here, because
That's what I'm.
this place is very like dead,
That's the one good
just
thing. The only one good thing that I think I'm coming up with the isolation part is that I'm not attached to anybody.
yeah.
Like not, and my family, all of them died, except
Oh,
I've got two girls that are they're going to be 30 years old, but man, they're like drugged out, and I don't they're
yeah, yeah, yeah,
really
I get that.
disrespectful, and so I don't even have attachments to them.
Like,
So
it's
maybe
like,
that's the good thing. Maybe that's the good thing is that I'm preparing for when I leave. Because and
yeah,
a lot of people go into astral projection and do all that. I don't want anything to do with that either, because
and
I've had those kind of things happen to me, and it's not that place of like sleep paralysis and stuff. No thanks.
yeah.
I want to launch past it all.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's like the best thing you can do is just, just take your escape route and just go as fast as you can, because this place really it won't let you live here, because this place is really dead and just like empty, shallow, and you just won't get here. I mean,
Yeah.
even if you did things in a very correct way and in like the best way, you still have to go, because it's your body then next, it will just make you in a very frustrative state, and in a very exhausted state, and you just can't bear things. So
E-
that's why.
Even when I got up this morning and I started having some coffee, I started thinking I really would love to have somebody to talk to. And boom, I got the notification. The live stream
Yeah,
came on.
And here we are.
yeah,
And here we are.
So I guess
See?
that was a good one, huh?
yeah, here we are in the hell.
Yeah, the thing is,
It's
I really wanted to go live, but you get that like fear program in you, like, oh, I don't know if you get that when you go on live or make a video or like even try to talk to somebody, but to power through that, and here we are.
and here we are.
Yeah,
Don't let the fear programs rule your
I
life.
mean, for me personally, it's like whenever I try to do things, like in the right way, at least just to pass by enough, because there's nothing better here or just enough decent or good. I still get rammed up, like I still get buckled up and just down to the lane and whatever it is.
They, there,
I just
there,
can't do things
there's
at
this,
least in a normal way, at least in a bearable way.
there's
It's
this,
just not good.
there's a collective belief out there that says that good will always prevail. And
Yeah.
I just laugh at that because I'm like, wow,
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah. But the thing is that it's not really my belief. In fact, it's the fact that good cannot live with bad, and the cleanliness cannot live with dirtiness. It's like the pure things. You cannot keep pure with impure. It's just not possible. Uh, Pure cannot live with impure. I just think like that. In fact, it's really a fact. It's not. It's not even a just that thing.
oil and water.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
mean, I look at
Just like a metaphor, I just take
yeah,
it as a metaphor.
I look at the like there's, let's just say, I had somebody wrong me very badly, and just happened to see what was going on with him. He's doing great. and
Yeah.
and and I go, and because they always say, oh, everybody will always get theirs, karma comes back around and all this. I'm like, you've got to be
Yeah,
kidding me. look at
karma
look at
is
the
really false. Karma
look at
is not nothing.
look at the
Because
look at the pharmaceutical industry, for
yeah,
instance. they're not
yeah, yeah,
they're not getting any kind of karma. They're
yeah.
thriving. They're thriving.
They are literally making poisons on hand, and they are literally killing people in an indirect way, and they don't even have to regret themselves. But why would they? Because they all are doing what's in the script, what's in the plan, and
Yeah.
they are just taking the money, and they just go and just do whatever the hell they want, and just they go out.
Yeah, it's
I
interesting.
mean, it's like, it's like you can really you can genocide a multiple people, like you can literally kill multiple people, and you can still go away with that. It's that fucked up.
Yeah, I feel really bad too for. There's somebody that I listen to on YouTube podcast just to kind of catch up with the news stories because he makes fun of them. So it's
Yeah.
kind of entertaining. So I'll listen to that. But he's very very into Eastern religion. So he talks a lot about samskaras and
Are
we're
you
gonna
like are you
we're
like
gonna.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Are you like Japanese or like American, something like
No,
that?
I'm no,
Because
I'm American.
I think so your name is something like that. I thought that you must be
It
Japanese or like,
it's
because
it's the
something.
sword. It's the sword from Kill Bill. If you ever watched that movie,
Oh, okay, okay. No, I don't really watch movies, but yeah, I've watched plenty of movies. Like, there's one movie in which a guy, he keeps his like sunglasses on, and he sees like obey, watch, and whatever in that billboard. It will say obey, watch, consume,
yeah,
and
they live.
reproduce. Yeah, they live. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's that movie. I just
But
saw it was like it was like telling the truth, and this movie was made in the 80s,
these
way back.
these people going back to the Eastern religion, they really believe that if their work is not done here, they're coming back and they have to.
Yeah, but like the
It's
main problem is
sad.
the main problem here is that people, they say, oh, I'm going to be holy, I'm going to be pure because they are doing, or she is doing, or I just want because it's a trend. See, the problem is that when you do things in trend or like meme, you actually discard its original purity. I mean, you are just poisoning its original meaning, which was purity, which was goodness, which was righteousness. So
Yeah,
you are just basically annihilating it, I can say it like that.
yeah.
So it's not I mean, it's not good, man. I'm just so fed up of this shit. And one thing more, like for the past few days, it's like, like when I was a kid, I mean, I always wanted to, like live in US. Like my dream was like to live in New York and things like that. But unfortunately, when like for the past, I guess, 6 to 7 years, I was seeing I mean, what is happening in US. I mean, my brain was like literally like it was blown away. I mean, the things happening there, I mean, in North America in general, but US, it's like extreme in US. So, I mean, I'm really sad also, but not really at the same time. I mean, I don't know how can I put it in words.
Well,
Because
the
I mean,
U.S. is
I mean, the condition there in, I mean, your country is really, what can I say? You know much better than me, but I mean, it's not really good. I mean,
well, it's a
what can I
material.
say?
It's very material over here in the United States. Everything is very material,
Yeah,
but it's a
I mean,
it's actually a clown show because it's a big circus.
yeah, I mean, the thing is that if you really don't have, US is all about basically money.
Yeah,
If you have the money, you can get away whatever the hell you want. It doesn't matter which country you are, it doesn't matter which city you are, they don't give a damn about you. But if you don't have money, you are then fucked.
Yeah.
So that's it doesn't matter if you are a normal American or like Indian American or any Japanese, I mean, whatever the, I mean, they name these terms because these are just labels, I don't really buy it, because what can I say?
Yeah, that's why it's important to always live below your means. That's what I've done my whole
Yeah,
life. Like, you don't need all the consumerist bullshit they tell you need,
yeah.
and
I mean,
you just live with what you actually need, and then
it's
you have excess
the
money to do with what you want.
yeah, and the worst part is that people like these NPCs or normies, they don't even question that what thing, I mean, the thing I'm buying, how is that really useful to me? I mean, how is that really, how can I say, is that helpful to me, in the long term, in the, in the big way, if I
To
may
me,
say
Yeah,
so.
to me, it seems like the more money you have, the more people you have to know, and the more people you have to
Yeah,
know,
but
and the more
yeah,
people. There's
and the
and
thing is,
with
the more actually, one pattern I've observed is that the more money you have, the more it corrupts you, and this is really true. I mean, I've seen it with my own eyes. People, when they got too much money, they got corrupt. I mean, they got like very bad. Like evil.
I think out of every 10 people that
Bro,
you meet,
bro,
every
can you
10 people
please
that you
stop,
meet,
man? Can you please stop and what are you saying, man?
Someone is just trolling, I guess.
what's up?
What are you saying?
Who?
This guy, Indian guy, man.
uh-oh.
What are
I
you,
think so.
What
Someone
you
is
what
are
in
I
the chat.
NPC. You are
what I
NPC,
was
bro.
what I was going to say is about out of
Don't
every
don't come in this community. If you don't have guts, man, you
out
can
of
die.
out of every 10 people you meet,
Bro,
9
just
You
you can
you
leave them.
you
They are
you
basically pieces of
you
shit.
you sound like gay, man. You sound like gay.
Who you talking
Joshua.
to?
Joshua.
What's going? What?
No,
Who you talking
not
to?
Joshua. This Indian guy. This Indian guy. His voice is just so sweet, just like gay
J-
people. Like I don't
Joshua.
have
Let's not start any drama here. He's
Yeah.
fine.
man,
I was just getting ready to say out of every 10 people you meet, 9 of them are going to be a pain in the ass. And I don't
Yeah,
know why
yeah,
that is,
yeah.
but it's
So true.
true.
So true. I mean, for me personally, it's like the next your average Joe in the in the middle of the ground. It's just like
man.
everyone. I mean, at this point, whoever I meet, it's like everyone.
Mm.
Mostly, actually, it's like majority of the people. I
And
mean,
then
I can barely find someone like me.
Joshua, I'm pretty sure that you are in the service industry for work.
Yeah.
So was I. So I started off bartending right when I could, and then I went into doing hair. So I've got like that already. Giving service is like it's already built inside of me. You know what I mean? And there's got to be something about I know like a lot of my colleagues at the salon and stuff, we were all fucked up in a weird way because we're artists, you know? And so I don't know, I think it might be a little bit harder too when you have that service in bred inside of you. Does that make
Mhm.
sense?
Yeah, it sure does. Uh, Yeah, and one thing is that the pattern, I just know is that the smart people, they don't tell you that they are going to like pass away. They just pass away in silence. They don't inform you. They don't tell you. They just go.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones who like bitch and complain like oh, I'm going to die, oh, I'm going to do this and that, they are actually the losers. I mean, you can complain whatever you want. You can stay here, but just don't impose and force on someone else that who's going through a bad day or whatever they may be going through.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's so sad. It's so
Yeah, this is definitely a solo journey.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, what can I say? Sometimes I just run out of words
I
because
I
words are really limited, to express what you really want.
I started picking up some of my old philosophy books to start reading again, and I was like, wow, I haven't read this book, like Joshua Campbell, or for instance. I and
Yeah,
I start reading it now, and I don't agree with anything in there. I feel like now
and
I have to write
and
my own philosophy
you,
book.
yeah, it's like I actually watch some games. Like I don't play video games, but I watch them on YouTube, and like I watch some movies. So it's like when I'm dreaming, or when I'm just like walking. When I sense any bad entity or like negative entity, I become the game character. Let's suppose I'm Spider-Man. It's like I can kill that guy in very brutal way. Like I
Mm,
have that symbiotic vibes in me, and I can kill that guy in very brutal or barbaric way. It's like i
mm,
just i just even don't know how I do it, but it's like it just comes through naturally from me you know
mm.
so when because it's me, it's like I'm like how can I say, I'm like fire. Like if you are nice to me, I'm nice to you. If you disturb my privacy or my personal space, I will smoke the hell out of you. It's like that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like that.
I
I'm
would
basically a
scared, man.
guy that
I
who works like
scared
to
from
the
you.
point.
I got scared from you, man. You are gangster. You are gangster, man. Yeah,
What's up?
you're gangster. Fucking stupid NPC. Go out from this live.
Hey, can you hear
Oh
me now?
yeah,
What happened to you? You
I don't
disappeared.
know. I had some tech difficulty. I
Man,
couldn't,
guys,
like, my
this
audio
guy,
went out.
yeah,
I couldn't say
this
glitch,
anything.
guy is
glitch in
this guy is
Matrix.
speaking bullshit, and you are tolerating, man. Like, what the fuck, man? This guy has no fucking knowledge. Whatever he's saying, I have already told this guy things on my channel, man. Like, whatever he's saying, like he's just
bro,
repeating.
bro, bro, just leave him, bro. Just leave him. Just don't. Just avoid him.
Hell, fuck is stupid, man.
Are you talking to Lion?
I think they're
Yeah,
fighting.
Oh well, let's
yeah,
not
yeah.
fight. Let's not fight.
I think they're
Everyone,
There's
fighting.
yeah, let's
this
not fight.
the, man. You don't know, man. These people are scammers, man. They will trap you. Like these people are scammers. Like this Indian gay guy.
Well, let's.
These kind of people, they will. Man, I'm telling you, they just need money from you guys, man. Nothing else.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
They
True,
don't have
true,
any
true,
fucking
true.
knowledge.
I get him. I get
What the
him.
fuck he knows, man? What the fuck he knows? I lived in Canada for 4 years, man. What are you, man? You are just living in India like fucking
Bro, bro,
bullshit
redemption,
country.
redemption.
Redemption,
Just
redemption. Who are
leave.
you fucking stupid, man? I'm
All right,
tolerating
hey,
this
let's.
bullshit from
Hey, he's okay to be on the stream. If you don't like him, that's cool. But he's here, so let's stop the fighting.
okay, okay.
I don't know. It's weird.
I mean, you don't have to like everybody. That's fine. But I don't want any drama here. I think he's all
So,
right.
man, can I talk?
Yeah.
Can I talk?
Of course, yeah. Everyone can talk.
So, man, so yeah, yeah. That is the thing, because this guy was just repeating. Like, fuck this guy. Let me tell you secrets, man. So, what happens, man? When you sleep, you know, then your consciousness, which is real you, go to astral realms, and have those kind of experience every day, and come back to your body, because your body, your brain, that just memory wipe that, like you have just some bits of pieces, man. Your soul every day it goes to astral world, and everything which happened here, is already decided in astral world.
Yeah.
That's how shit dreams are. If you want to believe me, it's up to you, man, but this is the real truth.
So you're saying dreams are the real truth?
Man, I'm saying, like, when you go to sleep and your your body just become unconscious. It just become unconscious, but your consciousness never stops, man. It's like 24-hour energy, man, like this kind of thing. Your consciousness, when you are awake, that consciousness is also awake, but when you are asleep, that consciousness is also awake at that time too, man.
Yeah, and that's why they try to sedate you from becoming lucid.
Yeah, that's why people have lucid dreams and all that. Like, they just remember bits and pieces, and they just like solve them like puzzle.
But
But I'm telling you, man, whatever happened, like, because what happened with me, like before 2 weeks, I just got a dream that I was in in accident, like my car got in accident, and that thing happened with me, that same day, man. Like, that same day that thing happened to me, and after that, my mind got so fucked up. Then I start thinking, and then I find out this conclusion, man. It, like, I believe it 100%. If you want to believe me, it's up to you, man. Like, you can do studies, but this is real truth. Everything happens here,
yeah,
it's already been decided in astro.
He's not wrong.
it's all the script.
And don't think less, man. You, like, no one is less, like, you don't know who you are really, that's why you don't respect yourself, and you don't have that much of knowledge, because our brain is limited, like normal npc brain is limited, but when you have access to the psychedelics, then your brain get activated, and then you become god. That's how shit is, man. If you want to believe me, it's up to you, man. Psychedelics just opens, like a, like, I love psychedelics, man. Like, I can't describe how much I love psychedelics. This like psychedelics changed my life. I was at that time. I just wanted to die. When things, but when I took psychedelics, they helped me a lot, man. They helped me a lot. You can be going to a very bad phase, and you have psychedelic trip. It just shows you that you are not fucking just a regular motherfucker who is roaming on the street. Things like this, whatever you see from your eyes, this is not the real truth. This is not the real truth is behind that. Like, you, one time, man, like, I've done lsd trips too many times, and one time, like, literally I saw a devil, man. Literally, you won't believe me, like, it's up to you, man. I saw a demon, in front of my eyes. Like, it just came and disappeared, like, and I was so fucking scared, and because that lsd trip was so something else. It's, man, it's pure evil realm. You have only goodness in you. If you have goodness in you, that means you're a real soul. If you don't have goodness, like these
Uh,
motherfucker evil people, they don't have fucking soul. That's why they become that much of evil, because they don't
uh,
feel pain. They don't feel pain, man.
Hattori.
Yes.
One thing actually I want to say is that the main difference that I actually found between like real souls or spirits or and between the NPCs is that the NPCs are really attached to this materialistic world, and the real souls and spirits they aren't. I mean, it's just my take. I mean, you can take however you want, but
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you see,
that's the main difference.
Yeah,
uh,
I could see
if
that.
you if you just go in
because
world,
because
you will.
in us it is like we have like the something purity in us, and we can see the BS going on through here, like
Yeah.
completely.
Well, everything about it here is uninteresting anymore.
Yeah.
There's
It's
not a lot
just,
of there's not a lot
Well,
of
bro, this realm is so stupid. Like, we have paper money, man.
I mean, can you literally
Think about
believe you have to eat
we have
you
paper
have to
money,
eat food just to let out of
and
you?
now
I mean, that's a really fucked up design.
keep running this body. Keep running this body. I hate, man. I just want to end things, but I don't know, man. What kind
Yeah,
of
peace to you.
yeah, man.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
yes.
Yeah. One
Loud and
second,
clear.
please. Yeah, one sec. Just need to get somewhere quiet. Fuck.
Oh shit! Is this unknown?
Listen, I'm
Yeah, I
just
guess he was
here.
in the last live stream.
I'm not here to cause any trouble, Josh, all right?
All
I'm
right.
well
Yeah.
past that, mate. So
All right.
I just
Good
want
to
to
hear
have,
from you.
I just want to have a genuine conversation about, this realm and, just, I mean, I want to say something, but it's up to you if you want to allow me to say something. So it's up to you, man.
As long as it won't get me a strike. Go ahead.
No, but okay. Basically, in my honest opinion, from what I've observed and seen so far, and I think that, self-offing is truly the best answer because, there is nothing to learn or, try and gain here anymore. I think everyone has reached maximum capacity of what they can be able to do in this realm. All of us are just repeating the exact same shit in different concepts, in different sentences, various times because we're all coping.
Yep.
Yep.
Very true.
It's just
Can't argue with that.
Nope. I'm
I
not arguing.
mean,
No
you can
argument for
just
me.
yeah, you can just go to a peak or threshold, and after that you are just fucked up.
yeah. The thing is, I've actually had a couple of death experiences before. The first one, I mean, basically, I hit the floor very hard, and I just passed out, and I just saw this white light of some sort. Firstly, I saw a black screen, and then I just started seeing this white light, and and some other experiences like OBEs. I've seen some weird shit. I remember just teleporting to this gigantic alien spaceship, and my body was like, it was looking all kind of slimy and reptilian like, and I saw this huge fucking vortex of some sort, this alien whole vortex, and then I got sucked back in there, and then I came back to the body, and I've really seen dreams of like, crazy ass adventurous worlds, and fucking giant aliens and shit. I've seen some crazy shit, but then again, all these
Yeah.
OBEs, all these OBEs may just be, absolute bullshit, and it never actually happened, and it was all just pre-programmed just to distract you from, I don't know, accessing the void or whatever. But honestly, in my honest opinion, I just don't see any fucking future in this realm. It's just,
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but if you're talking about being sucked into a spaceship vortex, is that what we really have to look forward to?
I
I
mean,
mean,
look, the thing
wow.
is, actually, I've had experiences where,
I mean, they won't even tell you. It's like they will just suck you up, and the last
oh,
thing
I
you
know.
remember that you don't. I mean, you don't know where you are.
I mean, look, at this point, in my opinion, I've noticed that everyone's always pointing the finger at someone else in this realm, and I think that's exactly what they want you to do.
Uh-huh.
Instead of trying to focus on you and trying to save
Bingo.
yourself,
You got it.
you know,
Yep. I agree.
Yeah.
it's just we
Yeah,
can be
it's
able
just
to
that
fucking yeah.
that I'm good and you are bad. I'm the good cop, you're the bad cop, and just the same shit.
Yeah, but then on the other side of it, I've been focusing on myself so much it makes me sick. I'm like
Yeah, I
so
know.
focused on myself that it's making me sick because I'm sick of
I
myself.
mean, the best you can do is that if you really you are down here, you can just take things in balance. It's like you are not with the extremes. It's somewhere you are neutral, somewhere in the middle.
the the problem is that in the
And it's not
astral
like you have to do it for one day. You have to do it like regularly. It's like you have to maintain a machine as long as it keeps running smoothly. If you understand what I mean.
Hey, real
oh
quick. Hey, Redemption. Do you mind hopping off for a second since you've been on there the longest and let Doomer come on for a little bit? I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
His mic is off.
I'm listening to you guys, man.
Oh, do you mind
Like,
hopping off just for so Doomer can get come on for a sec
yeah,
since you've been on the longest?
yeah, man.
And you can join when he's done or whenever someone leaves.
Who?
Doomer wants to come on, and I can only have 6 people at a time.
Okay, so okay, yeah, man, yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks
Thank-
for your insights.
Bye. Peace to you.
Yeah. Can I just say something quickly, Josh? Is that okay? Or?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Duma.
The thing is, one has to be able to risk it all. I mean, you know, a lot of people, like for example, Shangel, say that, you know, in the astral, these demons are going to be waiting for you to put your ass back in the body. I mean, it is true, probably. Yeah. I mean, these loose aliens are ready, but at this point, you know, it's like the only true answer is one has to be able to fucking fight for their salvation and freedom of their spirit. Otherwise, we would just keep being in this loop of complaining, pointing fingers at the elites, blah blah blah. I mean, this is exactly what they want. Just this continuous bullshit cycle of, you know, just everyone is not willing to help themselves in a way and fight for themselves because no one is going to come through you. You know?
I mean, you know what? At this point, it's really there's no hope here. Like this place is just beyond repair now. It's either you eliminate this place or you just get the fuck out of here.
Exactly. Get the
It's
fuck out.
only
And
two
also
options you have.
eliminate this place and eliminate any other fucking loose reality and any matrix reality.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
seriously, you
Because
know,
you know the damage done here is like it's massive. You know, massive. You can't really count.
and also the thing is, in regards to self-offing, you know, these fuckers will literally, these fucking aliens will cast these spells of some sort to fucking make your body vibrate, to make you shake, to make sure that you don't try and fucking off yourself. It's you know, these fuckers really
Yeah.
have got everything well planned, you know. And the
I
problem
mean,
is,
like the best thing you can do is you can be conscious. Even like the bare minimum conscious you can be before you go on your own terms. You know, because that's what's gonna help you after that.
I mean, you know, it's just the problem is with one offering themselves is that if it's not peaceful, in my opinion, it might,
Yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah,
it might
yeah.
distract one
That's the
in the
point.
astral from all the trauma, and then these aliens will come in with their tech and somehow
You know,
distract them.
because the fucked up part is that this even doesn't end at death.
I
It goes
know,
beyond it.
it's crazy, man.
It goes beyond it.
I mean, look, as I've said, you know, the only true answer is just fucking going ballistic and taking every evil motherfucker down in the astral and just see what
Yeah,
happens, you know, because that's the only true answer. That's it.
yeah, I get you.
Well, I don't think that I'm going to be met with my mom or dad or anything I loved, because I'm not going to be able to be convinced of it. There's no way. Mine'll probably
You
be
know,
some evil demonic. You're in hell, and you need us to get you out
yeah.
of here.
I mean,
It's just the way my whole life has been. So I'm like, wow, you know. I guess I have to probably get ready for that.
Hattori. You know, I just say to myself that I wish these people were real. I mean, I wish they were real, but they are not. They are all scripted. They are all fake, all artificial.
And
Just
also, you know, another thing I've noticed is that they're at least
I mean,
trying
even
to
your
do
death
that.
is scripted. Even
Oh,
your
yeah, of
death is
course,
scripted. It's not real.
of course.
What were you saying, Unknown?
Yeah, I've also noticed another thing, and that is, you know, they at least also try and make anger and violence look like it's negative and bad vibrations when actually it's very powerful and strong, you know? So
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's I've noticed the
and
thing that, you know,
it's fighting for what's right and what
of
concerns you the
course,
most.
you know, I've noticed that whenever I'm trying to, you know, become angry and fight, you know, my body gets very emotional and like, oh, this is bad, you know. It's all fucking programmed so fucking well. The thing is of these elites, they're not stupid at all. These fucking aliens, whatever their term does, they're very, very smart and very sophisticated. Do not underestimate these fuckers because they will fucking,
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I think
That's why I just keep telling to myself and I guess some to other
of
people that
course, you know,
just don't let your guard down. Not even for a second. Not
I
even for a
exactly.
fucking second.
I think that we're indoctrinated from the very beginning to think that being angry is a bad thing, and then you feel guilt, and then you feel
Yeah,
shame.
because they want to shame you that you are bad, you are
Oh
So
this
yeah,
and
yeah. I
that.
mean, look,
I get
honestly,
what you're saying.
you know, I've also noticed another thing, and that is, you know, I think also the elites have made this thing about it's bad to be alone, you know, when in fact it's really good to be alone because all you get to deal with is your energy and yourself, and you have no
Yeah.
other issues with anyone. I've always noticed whenever I'm alone, it's
I
like, oh,
mean,
I'm at peace, you know.
in some countries it's literally like you have to, marry and have kids. It's like some contract, that
Oh,
you have to basically do it, and if you don't do it, oh, God will punish you. Oh, then who will look after you? Oh, then it's just fucked up.
also, I think it's very important to say this as well. Shango, for example, he was saying, you know, how there's others in the astral and other realities which need help against these fucking elites, against these, you know, matrix fuckers. The problem is, I've noticed that I think when one dies, they're gonna have to deal with their own labyrinth maze, as in they have to deal with their own matrix problems. No one can intervene
Yeah.
on with anyone when they're trying to escape the matrix
I
because,
mean, the
you know,
the real
it's
part is the real part is that you really have to see it for yourself,
exactly,
because at
exactly.
the end of the day, no one can really tell what happens after death as long as you are conscious enough
Yeah, yeah,
when you leave this place, you know.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, the thing is also in
and
regards to
and you know that
yeah.
sorry to interrupt. I just want to finish this, that I just tell to myself that my spirit is me, myself alone, because I'm not this body, I'm not this character, whatever the hell I am different. My spirit is different, I'm not this body. So don't confuse me that I'm this body or I'm this character, whatever. I'm
Oh
different.
yeah, yeah.
I'm not the same.
I think
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
key insight, is to not relate to the body, the human
Of
experience,
course, of
once
course,
you die, once you get out of it,
Yeah.
because that's how they hook you back in.
of
Yeah.
course.
The character you no longer exists anymore. That's just like a
They
suit of clothes that you just took
like
off.
they will tell you, oh, see, you didn't complete this, oh, see, you left this thing, these things out, you have to complete this mission or that mission. Just shut the fuck up and let me go. I'm not of here, I'm not of this place, just let me go,
Don't even
please.
ask them to let you go. Just go. That's the thing.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't
yeah,
need their
yeah, yeah.
permission.
I mean, you don't even have to question at that point. Just leave that place. Otherwise, they will just brainwash you and just keep you reincarnating here again and again, again.
I think, you know, I've also noticed a huge problem, or not a problem, but of the way creation is made. It's like there's always going to be a problem of two different beings or spirits interacting. There's always going to be an issue. So I think it's best to say that everyone just stays alone in their own world, in their own thought bubble forever.
Yeah,
So there's no
I
more
mean,
problems, you know?
I mean, the funny part is that I often receive these comments. Obviously from the NPCs, is that, oh, don't you want to be born in a very rich country or to rich parents? I say no, because I'm not interested in that, and I'm just not interested in that. So you can do whatever the hell you want. I'm just going my way. You go your way.
And also this thing
It's like a
about,
seduction,
yeah.
it's like a spell that they want you. Oh, please come back. We want you. Oh, just we want you loose. We want your energy. We want you to be fucked up 24/7. And what can I say? It's just the same things every time, over and over, through eons.
The real, I think, answer is that people can only save themselves, really and truly. No one can come and save you in the astral, whichever rally you're on. You can only be able to help yourself and, you know, just go down your own path, because I think if
Yeah.
people intervene in others' paths, that's when
Well,
exactly the
I know these things are not really easy, but it's not really difficult if you really think about it, because after death, if it's like you are going your own way, you have to eliminate anything and everything that comes on your path to whatever
course,
wherever you are going. It
course,
doesn't have to be a realm of deception. You just have to be that much conscious, because if
course,
there is a place where you have to you have to pay for water, you have to give money, you have to have a physical body to just feed yourself, then to shit it all out. That is a fake place, first and foremost. I don't even have to say this at times.
Yeah, I mean, and also, you know, I think no one tends to talk about what will one do when they're in base reality, for example. Like, let's say all of us reach base reality. What are we actually gonna do there? I mean, that's the real question. Are we just gonna sit down and just relax forever, or I don't know. I mean, because whenever I'm in a very good
That's
mood,
such a
for
funny
example,
imagery. Go ahead.
Yeah,
You can sit down and
yeah.
relax forever.
What do
I
you
mean,
mean? What do you mean
it's
when you say base reality?
oh, like a place where you can be able to truly do whatever you want when you want,
Hmm.
and there's no restrictions,
uh,
no limitations. You know, I mean, yeah, it's just a place where your spirit is free. You're not in the body anymore. Um,
Right.
I mean, I can't really explain it in words, unfortunately, but
No,
in
I
my
understand. I
imagination,
understand.
yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
It's
look,
because of the human brain itself can't function outside of its governor. Oh,
of
these things are
course,
hard to even put in words, yet alone, think about, because we're such at
yeah,
a
yeah.
dumbed down state that ultimate freedom. We're like, what does that even mean? How do we even do that? Are we just
Hmm.
gonna sit down and relax all day?
Yeah, we don't know what
Of
it's like
course.
because we're stuck in the binary,
And even I mean,
right?
sorry to say, but in this life, even relax is just an illusion. At least it's becoming an illusion.
Well, we're stuck in a binary.
Yeah,
You're either happy or sad. You're either mad. You're either angry or loving. Which I mean, the loving part is so weird to me because it's so subtle. It really doesn't really mean anything.
yeah.
I
It's
don't I
all,
don't want to sound
it's
negative
all just
about it.
chemicals.
I don't want to sound negative about it, but to me, love is just. I'm like, really. I don't know.
Yeah, it's basically all the chemicals.
Yeah, a lot of times love is about dependence. Like, I'm dependent on you to
Yeah,
Yeah.
fulfill something within me, and if you don't do that, then I hate you now.
Right.
It's like, what?
Right.
What?
But love is the answer, right?
No, love just makes you crazy.
We're all going to end up psychotic here pretty soon if we're trying to
Yeah.
figure this out. That's I mean, people are going into psychosis. I know I've been in it a few times alone. I haven't brought anyone else into mine, but I'm like, wow, this whole place
and
is it's undescribable to understand it. Like you said, it's hard to put into words.
uh, like many people here are just going mentally crazy. It's like insane. They've just lost. They've just gone
Well,
lost.
yeah, well, I'm one of them. So,
Uh,
Yeah,
I
so
wish
yeah.
you the best of luck.
I think everything here is perverted. So our idea of love, at heart, we may mean well, but it's just so perverted that we don't
Yeah,
even know what love actually means.
right.
Yeah,
Like, we could do our best to show that to people that we so call love, but it's never going to be like even 10% of what it actually is, because we're always controlled by our own selfishness, our own like desires, our own need to control people, our own need to like
yeah,
um, just cling on to things.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times we're battling ourselves when we face other people, like the traumas
Sure.
within
yeah.
ourselves.
Sure.
And sometimes we just can't let go. Like, oh, I don't need to control you. I
I
don't
mean,
need anything. Like, you can
Josh.
do whatever you want. I'm gonna do what I need to do. And if we can get along decently, then great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's always that you can get close or near to that thing, but it's not you can be really perfect in that. It's always like that. It's not you can be 100%. It's always like the 80 or 90% or 75%, whatever it is. But it's not 100%. Can never be 100%.
Yeah, I mean, really, love causes. Let's be honest. Love causes all the problems in this realm. Okay, because well, I
Yeah,
guess not
sure.
all the problems, but because you can not love someone and still have babies, but the act of love making itself is the reason why we're here.
Mm-hmm.
I
Is it
mean,
really?
me
I love you.
personally,
Let's make a kid. I mean, no offense to anyone who has kids, because you didn't know.
Me,
I'm sure.
Josh, actually, me personally, I see like if you have a female in your wife, I'm sorry, if you have a female in your life, then you will like unfortunately default. It's like your instincts, your animal instincts will be like to breed with her, even if you really don't want it at the first place. If it's not you, then it's her, and if it's not her, then it's you. You know, so it's not like both parties can settle for one thing if you are even that lucky at the first place.
Yeah, I think it's the body scripts and programs that take over our minds to tell us, oh, this is
Yeah,
what we actually want. When
yeah,
I mean, let's just be real. If you're not sexually turned on, you don't want to have sex. It's that act of
yeah,
being turned on that makes you want to do it. It's like an
and
uncontrollable thing. You're like, I have to let this out.
yeah,
But you take a step back and you're like, wait, this is just the program that's controlling me to do
and
something.
yeah, and the worst part is that most men die because of they didn't get a love in their life of females, from females, like attraction, or they didn't love them or didn't be friends with them. I mean, it's so weird. Why are you dying just because a piece of flesh? Really? I mean, it's so
Well,
sad. It's so
all
weird.
pieces of flesh die in this realm.
Yeah, and they rot away too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, love comes in a lot of different ways. Like the motherly love for their child. Like my mom was awesome. She was so
Mhm.
good. She was such a good mother, and she died with the brain aneurysm. She was super healthy. She never did drugs. She never smoked. Nothing. And the love that she had for me, it was real, you know, but it's gone. It's
Yeah.
gone. So that's not even a love with a partner. That's the love of a parent. But yeah, it is.
and and it's it
It is
yeah.
It is very subtle, and I don't know what else to say about that.
Hattori, it's always that those people who really want to love you, or they want to live the life, those are the same people they go at the first place very quickly. And the ones who like they don't want to live this life, they want to like check out as fast as they can, they unfortunately even survive till old age, or like, I mean, if they're old enough, to
Yeah,
even go till there. So that's the weird part. Because this realm is inverted, everything here is upside down. Means good is bad, bad is good. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I think it's important to do the best you can to. I don't like the word love, but to show respect and care to people,
hmm
yeah,
especially
yeah,
those in your life who deserve it. It's not going to be perfect, but you do the best you can.
yeah.
right.
But also
It
have
I,
boundaries
it
for
it it
toxic
it
people.
actually boils down to you understand the next person to you, and you keep boundaries, and you have like you respect their basically privacy or personal space. So that's the thing.
Yeah. You know who? What's up, man? You haven't said anything.
Hey, yeah. Is it love or is it lust that you're talking about?
A
Yeah.
Because
lot of times it's
people,
lust.
a lot of people have a hard time differentiating between the two. Because the love of evil is also true.
That's true. I think lust is what can I get out of you for myself,
Right.
which
Yeah.
is a lot of what we do in relationships. But you also don't want to be like so self-sacrificing that you lose yourself either. So it's just a shitty game to play.
The whole self-sacrificing thing it sucks because
Yeah.
I do have kids, and I have to accept that they are what they are, and still just not, like I don't hate them, but I'm like, wow, this is their life script. This is what they're gonna do, even though I didn't raise them this way. For them to be on meth and stuff like that, it's pretty gnarly. They've got some dark stuff going on. But I still love them.
Okay.
These these relationships are just a microcosm of like a bigger
Yeah, the
of the
relationships.
bigger world. It's a
Yeah.
given. It's supposed to be like a give and take, but in the world
Mm-mm.
that doesn't It's not like that at all. It's
Yeah,
usually, it's for us it's giving, and for them it's taking.
yeah. Their reciprocity is a cool thing, but it's very hard to find.
That's the mostly the reason why relationships no longer work these days.
Yep. Yep. I think that's a great point. There's not reciprocity always when it comes to love. It is about sacrifice. And that's why we've got this
Yeah,
Jesus,
basically
Jesus
it's
character. We've got this Jesus character on a cross showing us that that's what love is supposed to be. And
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I'll be a simp and
it's
die for
basically
you.
always about the mutual benefit. It's always about like the transactional relationship that just give me, give me, give me, give me, but I'm not giving you back anything.
Actually, I would love to die for somebody because that would give me a good reason just to get the fuck out of here.
Just be patient. It's inevitable. You might as
Yeah.
well ride it out. That's what I've come to realize. I
But what
absolutely do
happens when
not
you
want
get
to be here.
old and sickly and it's like miserable, like truly miserable?
Good. Well, I'm over 40, so I can already feel my body starting to fail slowly.
But you're
Yeah,
halfway there, man. You got 40
I
more years,
know,
maybe.
maybe. If I don't want to say lucky, but if
I
I'm
mean,
lucky.
me personally, I'm going to be 22, and I just can't see myself till 46. Means I know I'm younger than you guys, but still.
Well, those were my worst years, to be honest. Like 20s till 30. Not gonna lie, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I know I hear people say stuff like, "Oh, if I could only be 20 again." And I just
Oh
think back
hell
to
no.
I think back to my 20s and I'm like, "Oh, why would you want to do that again? I can't believe I made it through those years."
I mean, I was even yeah. I mean, I was even at a point to take drugs, but I just didn't take it because something in me just. I mean, I just got held back.
I've never
But
done
yeah, I
anything
somehow
except
just
weed.
controlled myself, I guess. I
Yeah, at
don't
20,
know.
I was a vagabond. I was like against the world. Um, didn't want to have a job or anything like that. I found like a punk community and
Same here.
like lived in little communes, and I thought life was great. While at the same time, I was miserable. You lie to yourself through everything. Oh, this is great, but really, it's not. It's just a bunch of hedonistic pleasures, and really, it's just everyone's coping with the best they can.
Well, we were just running away from. We were trying to coping. We were trying to run away from it. I mean, I even when I was 20, I bought a one-way ticket to Hawaii. I'm like, I'm out of here. I don't want to have anything. And I went homeless and did that whole thing. And what happened? I ended up pregnant and I came back with twins.
Matrix script.
But it is. It's like I look at my best friend died in 22 and she was homeless in her car for 5 years, but she didn't have any responsibility. She didn't want to have anything to do with the Matrix. And in a way, she was a one step ahead, wasn't she? She was kind of one step ahead because she didn't have to deal with like the stress and all the shit that the Matrix puts on you to have a upstanding job and do all that. She just kind of lived free.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
and
only thing about dying young is not good if you're not awake.
yeah,
Right.
I've had lots of friends die
so
young, and I'm
true.
like, man, they missed out on so much like bullshit, and I'm so happy they missed out on that. But at the same
Yeah.
time, I'm like, but they weren't awake. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Oh
Yeah.
no, then they are reincarnated again.
Yeah.
And like I can say from my side that I mean I'm from Gen Z, like Gen Z, whatever they say. It's because I was born on 2003. And I mean, me personally, I like millennials because I relate with them a lot. And more likely you can say the millennials and like the previous generations, even the baby boomers, because they had like a very funky life, the boomers and all, like they were like hippies and all in the 70s, drugs and all, whatever.
Well,
They they
all
they never had to work a proper day in their
Yeah,
life.
I
Never
mean, they
believe them
were,
when they tell you that it was harder back then and stuff like that. I worked
yeah,
with really old people. They had no idea what they're doing. They were the most laziest cunts I've ever seen in my life. Like
yeah,
everything,
and
Take that, boomers.
I know it's the truth.
Well, I don't know about that because I had my baby boomers parents work their asses off, and they were every generation is designed by this matrix. Every generation is designed, so they had to work really hard because the family was splitting up. So that in that generation they became single parents. Everyone was divorced. Everyone had to work. Everyone had to pay taxes, and the
I
kids grew.
mean,
I was the latchkey Generation X, and so we kind of had to take care of ourselves. And in a way, it
I
was
mean,
good because we learned how to live on the streets and do things for ourselves. But at the same time, every generation is scripted. It's all designed.
you can take it like this, but I see the pattern that the millennials. Most of you guys, I guess, I don't know whoever it is, but millennials. There's a saying that they say that millennials are like the last generation because after that, or from Gen Z or Gen Z, they all are like fucked up pretty much, especially like the Gen Alpha and Gen Beta. Like the newer kids nowadays, they're like the fucked up part, you
Well,
know.
they're growing up on the internet and they don't know any different. So
Yeah,
you could see,
it's
but you could see the construct and what they've done, right?
yeah.
There's a reason why they Gen Z. It's over.
Yeah,
And then it
There's
goes into there.
I
You
mean
know,
it's the poorest generation. Upon all generations, because even millennials, they are decent enough, and boomers obviously they were rich enough to, at least feed themselves and have a decent house. With a wife and kids, whatever, like the traditional household they had. In their times.
well, they were able to own houses, and now there's no way that's ever going to happen for new
Yeah,
generations.
it's a dream. It's a dream now. Now it's only a dream, the American dream, whatever.
That opportunity is not going to be there for the for the generations
Yeah,
coming,
yeah,
and that's obvious to see. You know,
there's a
yeah. Which,
reason. There's a reason why everything is collapsing. It's all by design.
well, we can
yeah,
see
Like
it, and that's why we're
they poisoned
and
society just to make it so no new children will be born. They just
yeah,
wanna end it.
well, and it's obvious to see. That's
There's
how
a
come
and
that's how come we're here talking about this.
yeah,
It's easy to
and
wake up to the matrix, but once you wake up to really what's really going on besides it, that's the real juice right there. And it always comes back to yourself. So the only you can go through all these rabbit holes and you're always going to end up back at yourself. And then
yeah,
you have to look at yourself and go, okay, I'm here. What do I do with this?
yeah.
But what is yourself?
Who
A matrix
knows?
overlay.
Who knows? That's another thing. Then you go into
and
your
and
little
and Hattori.
psychosis.
Huh.
Yeah, you gotta
I
go through
mean,
psychosis. That's a path that you have to take if you want to become aware of the truth.
Yeah, you have to go through
That's
psychosis.
true. But don't
Sometimes
lose
Hattori.
yourself in it.
sometimes more than once. And then you hope it doesn't happen again, and then boom, it happens again.
Yeah,
One thing I will
you
say is
just
happening more and
there's a
more
lot of
again.
paranoia content that makes you fucking crazy when you start believing it.
Oh, I
I went through
know.
I went through many like paranoid states because I was listening to people who were very paranoid, and I was like taking it in.
Oh
And it's
yeah.
funny, there's different layers you go through on your truth journey.
Oh
And
yeah.
I
Yeah,
want nothing to do with paranoia anymore, like at all. Like I'm grounded within myself. There's nothing I need to be afraid of
Right.
at all. And if they
Yeah.
kill me,
it's just
great.
the
I mean, what else?
programming to, dumb you down more, and just
Well, that
so that
goes
you can
into
be scared of.
it goes into complex complex post traumatic stress. You start
Yeah,
to get very nervous and like everybody's after you. In a way, they are, right? So
It is true, yeah, in a
there's
way.
a little bit of truth to that. So and and then when we get to these um these spiritual attacks too on top of it. It's like, wow, really? I mean, that really just happened. Yes, it did. And that was a spiritual attack. I go through spiritual attacks all the time. And I always have
Yeah,
since I was a kid too. But now it's even more so, probably
it's like
because I'm
it's
more
like you
aware.
you are basically like a targeted individual. They will just attack you
Uh,
multiple
that's
times.
that's what it feels like, I guess. But yeah, the paranoia stuff. Wow.
Actually, you know what? This thing I've been like studying like for a while now. So like I can say safely that this century, I mean like the 21st century, I mean the things they are doing nowadays and like from obviously from the start, it feels like this is like the end of like century. I mean like you can. It's not really like civilization end, but yeah, everything is like in a degradation state, like a collapse or fall, in declination or a very slow thing. Like they're killing people at a very slow rate, but they are killing it very secretly. I don't know how they're doing, but they sure
Well,
as hell are
because
doing.
well, they know the time. I mean, I've dug into astrology a lot, and that is a
Yeah,
very interesting subject to study. But if you kind of look even at the sun right now, it's totally white, and
yeah,
supposedly this happens when you change ages. And it's not like the whole world blows up. It's not going to happen that the world blows up. I wish it would. It's
yeah.
not going to.
I mean,
But
it's really impossible that you can literally, finish every country because this world is at the same time very big also, and you have multiple countries, multiple unknown countries also. So it's really not that much possible that you can really kill every like freaking person on this planet. But it's like you can target and attack multiple people at the same time if you have coordination. Like where to strike and where not to. I mean, which country to blow up and which to be remain safe for you play for a playbook basically.
But
well, I
but
Yeah,
think
what
I
if you
think
had but what
go
if
ahead.
you had access to all the nuclear power plants and nuclear weapons in the world? That would be a way to do
Mm,
it.
yeah, I
that's
mean,
a whole
just
nother
And
topic. Nuclear is
yeah,
a
but
whole nother.
the people who made these, well, who gave this stuff to us, they secretly kept the controls of this stuff for them. We're not in control.
yeah.
Humanity is
I
not in
mean,
control of
I mean,
anything.
they will all you give the technology that they can profit off of, because they have like the advanced technology, because more than likely they are in like collaboration with the aliens. And I see this in I mean in a lot of Hollywood movies. It's like aliens, they always poke up with the alien things. Even in the cartoons, you have like the Benton and all the things.
Well, I kind of laugh at the whole nuclear thing.
And it's only with America.
I
It's like with
I
USA.
well, that's why I said our USA is kind of like it's like a circus over here. There's no guy walking around with a red button that could blow up this world. You can't convince me of it.
Yeah,
It,
I mean,
Yeah,
I think the whole nuke thing is probably a psyop,
yeah,
but
it's
who
not, it's
knows?
yeah,
not,
it sure
Who
is.
but
knows?
it's all nonsense. And if that was the case, I hope it lands on my head. But I don't think. I mean, it's just at the fear and the like the psyops and all that stuff. It's never ending.
That's a
But it,
psyop for
Yeah,
from the people who want to prevent the end of humanity. That's why they don't want you to think
and
that that stuff is
and
real.
yeah, and
Possibly.
one more pattern I can tell you guys for information purposes is that like America, obviously it got the first independence, I think so in 1776 if I'm not wrong. And so like their people are still much more advanced in like the mindset and all. And if you see in Asia and all, people, they were still colonized up until 1947. India, they got their freedom in 1947. And India was actually like the powerful country in the world. It was like a combined GDP of South Korea, Germany, America, and Japan, China. It was really very powerful. It was very rich also. uh,
and then
but
and
but
then
the
and then history is a whole nother thing. It's like
Yeah,
I don't know if
This
we
is
should even really.
bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think we should
yeah,
talk
history
about
is a
that.
piece of shit.
It's an outright lie, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think we should
Yeah.
even
It's a
talk about it.
fabrication.
Can
Some,
you? Can you really believe it? For me, it's obviously not shocking enough. But they can literally erase history, recreate it. They can replace people, merge people. They can literally remove people. They can do these things in history,
It's all
literally.
just it's all just a scripted storyline, and it's just regurgitated, to keep this fucking show up.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
they do. They're fucking
and
smart.
and you know and you know the thing they say is that we will provide you heroes, is that the heroes even are scripted because they work for them, not you. So you think that they will save you? No one is going to save you.
The thing is,
You have to save yourself.
I think I think this is a good one to say. Shango was saying something about, the moment one leaves this place, they're gonna be facing armies and armies of these astral gods. I mean, I genuinely do believe that these fuckers are not
Yeah,
these fuckers are not just gonna let you just walk away into the void, happy days in like 2 seconds. Hell no, they're literally gonna be trying to strap your ass down to another body. So one needs to fucking
yeah,
either fight for their
yeah.
freedom
But
properly, or
yeah. But the thing is that you have to, you are more strong than those bastards.
of course, of
You can
course, of
literally
course.
fry them up.
It's you know,
You can literally fry them up because they are scared of you, because they are jealous of you, that they are not
oh
as
yeah, yeah.
strong as you are,
I think
because
I
they
think
know they will get fucked up in the end. They know they will get fried by you. That's why.
the thing is of Shango, he always says stuff like this: never underestimate your enemy. I think that is a tactic used by them as well, to just think
Yeah,
like, oh, these fuckers are kind of, above you in a way, or oh, they're
yeah,
so in
yeah.
numbers that you can't fuck them up.
See, man, see, they just want to they just want to pretend that they are superior. See, you see the difference? They are pretending that they are superior, and
Oh yeah,
you
yeah.
are superior. There's a big difference. You are superior. They are pretending to be superior. So that's a difference. I mean, not in a sense that you are above or below or something like that, but you are really powerful. You can do, I mean, you can do plenty of things, all at once, and
Yeah, yeah,
you can't even realize that you did it,
yeah. I
because
mean,
as I said, that your spirit is different from your body. You are not your body. Your body is really different. It's from this world, from this fleshy world. You are your spirit, not your body. They confuse you every time with the spirit, but we have to fight back as long as you are here before you go.
I always think to myself though, like, if one does get to base reality, like the place where you are just all alone and you have everything
But
with you, you know.
let him speak.
Basically,
Let him speak. Let him speak. I want to hear what he says.
okay, I'm
I'm
sorry,
sorry. I want to hear what are you gonna say?
yeah, speak.
Base reality.
Yeah, yeah. I always think to myself, what will one do when they are in base reality, like a place where they are completely free, they're away from everyone, they can be able to, I don't know, do magic and all these things, blah blah blah. You know, what do we need? I mean, do we need to even create anything to just entertain ourselves? Do we even need to create something external to have a good experience with? Or I mean, it's so hard to explain in words, because in
Well,
my I'm thinking of, adventurous worlds, for example.
yeah,
It's so hard to explain. I mean, I just can't really fathom it in
unknown,
words.
unknown. Are
Yeah,
you there?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm not really saying that I have a solution for that, but my thing is that these things, what you are saying, you're speaking from, again, from the body, because this body is limited and your spirit is different. So when you leave, it will be like a whole new other world for you,
Of
because
course.
again, you are not your body. It's
Oh, I
like
know.
you can do
No,
whatever the hell you want.
but no, because he's talking about magic, and you can do magic here, and that
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
from
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that comes from your
You sure
spirit.
can. You
It
can
comes
do
from your
magic here, but if you want
it comes
unlimited
from your
magic and like
spirit.
unlimited power, then for that, of course, you have to
I mean,
go out,
the real
because
It,
question is that when one passes away from the body, will what type of powers will their spirit gain? Like their telekinesis again, and their magic summoning spells? Or I mean, look, it's just we have been so fucking dumbed down and just memory wiped so many times, to the point where we don't even know what we're gonna do the moment one gets out of the body. I mean, what can we be able to do? Like,
Yeah.
we have all these powers somehow,
but
just
but
naturally.
but see the thing is that you already know the truth. You don't need to know the truth. It's just that
Yeah.
you need to expand however you can, because once you leave this body and you go far away from those whatever they are, then I mean you will already know like what you have to do, because as I said, you are your spirit, you are not your body,
Yeah.
and you can't access your spirit completely from this flesh body,
Oh
because
no.
this flesh body will limit your spirit.
Lion, you're talking to somebody that got sucked into a spaceship vortex.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? So,
um
he's already had an experience where that happened. And so I think
oh, my
you know what
bad.
I'm, yeah, I think he's talking about, what happens if that
Yeah, I
does
think so. I
a
think so.
base
There's
reality.
there's one more thing, because for everyone death is like different. So maybe for me it may be different, for you it's different, and for maybe Hattori it may be different. So for everyone it's
Of
like
course,
different. So
as I've said before, I think everybody has their own kind of labyrinth maze, matrix path
yeah,
to sort out for
yeah, yeah,
themselves. Everybody has their own scripted kind of maze to solve out. It's not like everybody goes to the astral and then everybody meets up there somehow and then everyone tries to get out to avoid
yeah.
it.
Because
You know,
every spirit is different from each other.
of course,
They're not the same.
of course. Sometimes though, I always say to myself every day, did I fucking create all of this? And
Yeah.
did I literally create all the external and everyone around me, and the only thing which is real is fucking me? I mean, I generally do believe that sometimes.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
this feeling is very familiar with my. I mean, sometimes I feel that maybe I am the anchor of this place. I mean, maybe I just did something, fucked up, that I am
yeah,
deserving this. But then I feel that no. I mean, I don't even know this place. I mean, I'm not even off from here. So how
It
can I do these things? I mean,
that could go into like what
but
do they
again,
call
it's
what
deception.
that could go back into like soul groups and stuff too. The people that you
Yeah,
know and the people that you're around. I don't know. I mean, it's all just. I guess it's a little bit of hearsay if there's really soul groups, but if there is, we get attracted to certain things, and so we kind of do create that those people
yeah. I mean,
come
I
to
mean,
us.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing is that if you stay in like groups or community, I mean, somehow you will form attachments. I mean, I don't know
of
really, but it's the thing, they say of. It's like groups and community, because you
it's
really,
like,
at the end of the day, you have to be alone. This is
oh
your
yeah.
own journey.
Every time I'm in my own bedroom, and the moment anyone comes in, it's like
Yeah,
I just completely detach from myself, and then I just start focusing on that external source, that energy, and it just feels very. I don't know how to explain it. It's like I genuinely do believe that the mistake was two different spirits somehow merged together, and then they somehow created so many inventions and thought forms that this is why we're here today. I genuinely do believe that sometimes,
yeah,
because you know why on earth is there a civilization then? It's because I think two different beings or spirits created something at first, and they multiplied with other companions or blah blah blah, and then this is how this civilization was created. Blah blah blah. It's
yeah.
there's just so many
It's all,
theories out there.
it's, it's, it's all about the love and light, love and light, love and
Yeah,
light,
yeah, yeah. I mean,
whatever.
Well, to me, it sounds like you're going into lone wolf mode.
yeah, that's good though, because
No, it's
it's
great. I've
you
been
get
doing
to.
that for a while. It's great. It's
Oh, it's
Yeah.
amazing! It's amazing. It's
I mean, me personally, it's only like I can speak to you guys, like through this, obviously, whatever I'm speaking, because I can't really relate myself with the people around me or wherever I live. I mean, they are dead to me. I mean, they're not even alive, because I can really see through the eyes of those people, and it just says me that they are dead. Because eyes can't really tell you lies. Eyes are, I mean, eyes are, like the windows to your soul, as they say.
yeah, and it's just these fucking connections to people like your mother, your father. It's they
Yeah.
have programmed it so well. It's like, sometimes, one gets so emotional for their
They,
father.
they programmed it so well, as long as you are not aware, because the moment you really realize this BS, then
Oh,
you know
bullshit.
what's happening here.
It's all fucking, it's all
Yeah.
acting. Hilarious. But
Yeah, it's all like, like the curtain, you once the curtain is fallen, you can see what's happening behind the scenes.
never underestimate, the way these fuckers take various forms. Like, for example, in Astral, these fuckers can form into a very cute baby and try and get your
Yeah.
attention. Yeah, they're not
I
stupid.
mean, they can even be succubus, like they can be some very beautiful females, and like
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
very pretty
That's
females,
another good one,
and
man.
they can just lust, in
Oh,
seductive way,
yeah.
that
Oh,
they can just suck your energy out and just
oh, yeah.
reincarnate you back.
Fucking.
Man, this
Well,
shit is too deep.
once that anything like that happens, we know that we didn't launch far enough. We didn't launch
Yeah.
far enough past, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
fuck.
I know damn sure I didn't create this realm. I'm totally at odds with this place. Like
Yeah.
this place has nothing in me. Only thing it has in me is the meat monkey suit, the mind programs, the viruses, the things that were traumatized into me that I don't relate to. It's just a
Okay.
program that keeps running when I no longer want it, need it. I can see through it, and I can see all the psychopathy, the predators, yeah, and they force you into it just to live here, and I want nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
Yeah.
know for sure that I did not have any part in this. The only part I have
I
in this is the
mean,
coercion of being here.
me personally, I don't really care about this world. I mean, this world could really end the next day, and I can still just go on my own,
Same,
because
same.
I really don't have interest in this place. It's already dead. I mean, at least 2 years ago for me.
I always think, though, what whenever
Yeah.
I'm just falling asleep all day, I'm like, is this what we should be truly doing? And base reality, just doing nothing forever, because it's so peaceful.
Yeah.
It's like you don't need to do anything. You don't need to create something magical or something beautiful, artistic. It's all just a little fucking external fantasy, a little desire which goes away. Then you go into the next desire of,
Yeah.
um, I
It's
want to create a nice fancy castle. Oh, I want to create, some.
Yeah.
Well, it's all
I
bullshit.
mean, I mean, what will you really do in a very big castle? You have to live in just one room. So you can just make a small or little house, in which you can have still a space to at least play. I mean, what will you really do of this much big castle? I mean,
Exactly. It's like,
really, man, it's just a waste of money. Just a waste of money.
You know who? What were you saying?
oh, I forgot already. Never
Oh,
mind.
okay.
Maybe it'll come back. Oh, about it's just you need to be in control of your own desires, basically.
of course, of course.
Otherwise you will get tricked. Like you were saying, like the most beautiful woman will try to seduce you to come with them or
Oh,
what. It doesn't matter. It's always gonna be something. They're just gonna try till they find something that attracts you, and then you're
Yeah.
just hooked.
oh yeah.
And if
It's
you are not
just.
that, if you're not that smart or that consciousness, I mean, that conscious, they will literally hook you up.
But in that world that we were talking about, you can leave that
Base.
world as well. That's not
Yeah.
base.
I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
see, man, you don't really have to live anywhere. You can be still. You can be in like one place and just be in the, in the silence, in the peace, in the calmness. It's not like you have to do 10 things all at once. Just
Yeah,
be
Un-
yeah.
yourself. Just be still. You don't really
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
unknown
do anything.
I've always noticed that whenever I'm just very still, we're not moving the body and just sleeping and just doing nothing. It's like there is nothing to fucking do because there is nothing to do, really and truly. It's like it's so peaceful to just.
I, yeah,
Were you the one who
I mean,
said you saw the light
Yeah,
before?
yeah.
Somebody, yeah. That's you. That's
yeah,
where your projection comes from.
yeah, he was unknown.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it was
mean,
fun. if you follow that light of yourself,
Yeah,
you will
never.
be able to project your light up instead of down. You
Of
have to
course.
go back into yourself. It's like a just you flip, just basically flip your light up, and you will be projecting in a world of light instead of a world of darkness. That's
Oh,
really the key to getting out.
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
mm, I mean,
I'm,
I mean, like like my birth. I remember my birth. My birth was literally a humiliation. I mean, I don't really belong to this place. I mean, nothing here feels like, yeah, it's for me. It's something really belongs for me here. I mean, I just always wanted to just pull the plug as soon as possible, but unfortunately, I always got delayed. Maybe I may be lucky in the upcoming times, but for now, I'm just pondering.
It's one thing to want to, and to actually do it is another. That's
Yeah,
the thing is, right, in the next 10 years or so, or even less, it's going to get, I believe, so bad to the point where the government are probably going to send AI bots to fucking raid people's houses.
no.
And I don't know. I mean, it's quite.
That's
uh,
kind
I
of
mean, I mean,
that's kind of
see,
what I wanted
that's
to
why.
talk about, but
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, go
I
for it.
mean, I mean,
I
yeah,
kind of
I mean, sorry. Yeah, you can
I
speak.
didn't really answer the question you asked last time about like these. Now that you bring it up, so like the next 10 years are, in my opinion, is gonna be it's gonna be crazy. You know, they spread all these Bibles and these religious texts all over the world. They basically, yeah, well, the Western Empire has tried to spread this monotheism basically all over the world, getting ready for
Yeah,
this moment in time. These prophecies of the future that some people don't believe in them, but I'm telling you, these beings that we were talking about, they can say the beginning and the end. They know exactly what the inevitable outcome is going to be.
Oh, yeah.
So they've
yeah,
told
it's all
some
scripted.
of their followers, that they're so-called prophets. So this is actually a retelling of the future that already happened, and their promise is to destroy the world. And it all comes back to that country in the Middle East there. It's currently being turned into rubble. They don't want you to know, but probably everybody here already knows. It's like
Yes, it's not
it's
really a
20 days straight they've been like sending missiles into fucking Israel.
The
People
thing
are
Yeah,
is,
you look
though,
at it just
fleeing.
like it's
will
just
we?
this movie. It's just a movie script. That's all it is. It's not like they're predicting the
Sure.
future. They already
I
have it laid
mean,
out.
hear me out on this one. I mean, I was doing my obviously researches and studies. So what I really found is that they can literally fake a scenario. Like they can make a how you put VFX and CGI in the movies. They can literally make like that, and like the for the normal you can say NPC, they will think that, oh, this is really real when it's not real. I mean, it's all fake. It's all just a show.
A lot of it is, yeah. It's just
Yeah.
they want
I
to
mean, I
create
mean,
like this
I mean,
this narrative
yeah. I
that
mean, can you
humanity has
literally,
turned against their God and they're gonna destroy the
yeah.
world because God said so,
I mean,
and then
can
people
can
are
you
gonna
literally believe
bend the
this? When I
knee.
was a kid, well, when I was a kid, then I always used to believe that NASA is real. Oh my God, NASA is like in the space. People are so hardworking, and I mean, it all turned to be a fiasco. I mean, it's all a lie.
I think
It's not even real.
every one of us probably fell for that when we were little. Like,
It's
Yeah, I
called
mean, man,
indoctrination from
yeah,
childhood.
I'm
As
gonna
far
ask.
as the
man,
as far as the stuff in the that's going on in that country you're talking about, like Joshua was saying, it's already written down in Revelation, which to me is a
yeah,
script,
of
right?
course,
It's a script, it's a scripture, sure, but it's already it's like a playbook. And
Of
so
course.
the
yeah.
people that watch it and people that believe in it are like, "Oh my God, see, this is it." And so yeah, exactly
yeah,
what you're saying. It's
But
already
and
it,
What is what I want to say is, what is the end goal of these beings,
yeah,
whatever you want to call them? They want to preserve humanity. That's what the New Jerusalem is. It's a city below the ground where they're just gonna keep some humans until the earth is livable again, and then they're just gonna repopulate like they always do.
Repeat, yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's
Repeat the
exactly.
fire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
rinse and
exactly what
repeat. It's
everything.
rinse and repeat.
So that
They
story of what they call the rapture is actually called the division. It's when light and darkness is divided in this world, and you know, light beings
yeah,
go up, dark beings go down, and you will have an infinite existence there, basically. Only in this world is life temporary.
Don't you
yeah, of
think it's
course.
don't you think it's funny that they actually want to live in bunkers and stuff like that? Why would anybody want to do that?
Yeah, because actually most wars they caused in this world, it was all because of the Israel and the Jewish people, and they did their bidding for. The Christians did the bidding for the Jews, and they always got away with what they always wanted, and they, of course, they created Israel. And even in America, if you will say anything bad about Israel, they will literally keep you in jail, anything about Jerusalem or Tel Aviv or whatever the city in Israel there is.
In Germany, if you deny the Holocaust, you can go to jail.
Yeah, and if you do like the swastika
What are they
symbol
trying
or
to
like
hide,
that
huh?
thing,
The thing is,
What?
right?
yeah,
What were you
Why is
saying?
that illegal?
Yeah, why?
I'm
Why
gonna ask a
indeed?
crazy question. Now, let's say 5 years time or however long, the government sends the military or the police to everyone's door, and they get this new vaccine which has this AI microchip software
Hey,
bullshit
hey,
in it.
hey! Don't say the V word.
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
get a
yeah.
strike. Yeah, don't
Oh, okay,
speak
sorry
in
about that.
like
Yeah,
speak in coded language.
okay, yeah. So
Sharpshooter, you can say sharpshooter.
We gotcha.
so let's say
Yeah.
yeah, the government basically are trying to force this microchip, this thing which connects you to the metaverse. They force it on everyone. They basically strap everyone down.
You there?
I lost him.
Yeah.
Oh, they silenced him. I
Yeah.
told you not to say that word. They come. They come.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do worry and think, shit,
What a
are the
coincidence.
government
There he is.
gonna
Somebody in
Yeah.
hello?
chat says, as a German citizen, I can tell
Oh
you
fucking!
it is true. I live
Can
in
everyone hear me? Hello,
Belgium,
hello.
so yeah, we can hear you again.
Yeah. I just do worry sometimes. Like, couldn't the government just send military to your door to just
I
strap
mean,
you down?
I mean, in leader they will say Führer. In German, they will say leader and Führer, whatever it is. Adolf Hitler, Führer, something like that. Whatever.
Is this Mark of the Beast stuff real, or is it just a load of bullshit as well? I mean,
No, I can explain the mark of the beast so easily, dude. Like everything in the Revelation are references to the Old Testament. Yeah, so that mark of the beast, that's a reference to something that happened in the past in Jerusalem in the Old Testament. So when the people were no longer worshiping Jehovah in Jerusalem, he said to, I think it was Ezekiel, he said, like, go around in the city and put a mark on the heads of the people who think that this is wrong and that we should all worship me again. That's basically what the mark of the beast. It's just a sign of, are you still following that monotheistic God or not?
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's all
it's
the
just
same. It's all the same.
it's just I always do worry that if the government just send the military to just force this microchip or whatever upon everyone, huh,
I
to connect
mean,
to the metaverse,
I
that'll be
mean, Europe and America, basically all like like the white countries. They are basically going through a massive shift. From a couple of years. Because if you see
All
in Asia,
collapsing.
it's not really that bad. I mean, especially if you go to countries like UAE or Saudi, where you have proximity to Israel, they are still in good shape. Even in India, it's like not that bad. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
Asia in general, but you know,
They already built cities to replace America there.
yeah.
That's the
I mean,
reality of it.
America, America was actually its original name is I don't know if I can say here or not, because maybe I don't want this. I mean, live chat to be banned or something like that. But it was something like a small brother of Israel, like a small brother of Israel for doing the bidding of the Jews, again, because they kept the freedom in America, that America is a very free country. Yeah, because the core concept of that freedom is that that goes to the credit goes to the Jews, because you can
The
do whatever
Jews,
you want.
can
Yeah,
I
you
say
can do
something, mate?
whatever you want and you can get away.
The Jews don't have a nation. Israel is not
Yeah, yeah,
Judah. It's not
yeah,
this.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not even remotely the same thing.
Yeah, I
And
mean, me
America is
personally, I
basically
think so.
Israel.
Yeah, yeah,
It has
it is, it
absolutely
is.
nothing to do with. Sure, there are many Zionist Jews in name,
Yeah,
converts.
yeah,
But it doesn't matter. But no actual real Jews or Hebrews, I should say, from back in the day,
yeah,
because that's the real
yeah, of
difference.
course. Yeah,
This is a good one.
and
They're not good or anything. That's not what I'm saying.
No,
Do
no.
you guys
What?
do you guys have over in Germany like those big stack and pack apartment buildings built there?
That's everywhere. No.
So so it's everywhere, right?
Well, in the
So,
big cities, they have a lot of like big apartment complexes. Sure.
brand new ones, because I mean we've got them popping up here. They've been popping up here within, I think, the past 5 years or so. They're everywhere, and they're the fastest
yeah.
buildings I've ever seen built.
Well, then
Do you
they
guys
never
think
really
that?
stop. But go ahead.
Well,
Do you
it's
guys?
just
Hey,
for me. It's
hey,
a
Hattori.
yes.
Do you have any information on your neighbor Canada? I mean, obviously you guys are like similar, but Canada is like less, like, what can I say? Like less rich than US, if that makes any sense.
I have no idea.
Okay,
I have
that's
no
good.
idea. They just got some new prime minister or something. That's all I know, and it's probably worse than it was before. I don't know.
Yeah,
Do you guys? Uh,
Everybody's in on it together, so really there aren't nations.
like the president of America, he just wants like to make Canada the 51st state, and he has to merge everything in Mexico and all, because it's of course a plan from the very start.
Well, the one that's in there now is bringing in AI,
Yeah, yeah, sure.
and it's it, the you were talking about the mark of the beast, I think, earlier, and
yeah, yeah. That
I have
this about the microchip, this AI, this needle thing they're gonna try and give to people,
And
whatever.
I
well,
think so.
I think it'll be something simpler than that. I think that, like, as an example, there's a lot of hacking going on with people's accounts and scammers and things like that. And if the NSA here wanted to stop it, they could. They've got the IP address of everybody, but they allow it to
Okay.
go on so that it's the Hegelian dialect again, where everyone's going to start complaining about it. They're going to come in with a solution, and they're going to maybe put us on like a an something to get on the internet that it could only be us, like a your eye example, like your eye, I don't know what they call that, a retina scan or something like that, to where everybody will have their own their own identities so that they cannot be hacked. I've been thinking that for many years now. I'm like, this is what it's going to come to. And we've got all
Yeah.
of these. YouTube is free right now, and it's only because it's data mining. So pretty soon you won't be able to look like on YouTube how to, change your brakes, things like that. I went to the
Yeah,
auto
I
I
mean,
went to the auto zone recently, and they even have to go up on YouTube to look up how to change the headlights in the new cars that are here, because they're almost impossible to do without instruction. So I think that that's going to be something we have to pay for pretty soon. And it's going to
Yeah,
probably
I mean, there.
require some sort of identity that is like bio identical. And
Yeah, I mean,
that's
they
just
are
my thoughts.
basically putting a, a premium price tag for everything. It's not even have to be like for the affordable part, but they are making like everything so much expensive
Well,
The
it's not
thing
that
even
is,
you.
about the money. It's not about the money. It's about getting some kind of biometrics identity so that you can even
Yeah,
go on there. And sure, money
yeah,
might be part of it, but really, the whole thing is so controlled that they will probably require us to do something like that to be online. And as you know, we do everything online, so it's been free
yeah,
all this time. Then there's going to be a requirement.
haven't we pretty
yeah,
much already merged with the AI because we're literally using the AI on a day-to-day basis, which is the internet, which are our phones. We've pretty much already merged with it in a way. You know, I mean, it's there was a comment in the stream where someone said, "Don't you not think that we are advanced AI humans ourselves already?" I mean, that is a pretty good question to answer because you know aren't we pretty much in the metaverse already? I mean, this is a complete fucking mind fucking. It's just this
and
this reality is not magical. Oh, it's all just
one thing I want to give you an info is that like I was studying this thing, is that the empires, they never collapsed. In fact, they evolved and changed into you can say corporations, and now they're not like the classic kings and queens, back in the day, when we had the kings and queens and emperors and all. Now they are like different, but in a different way, and in a more secretive and lucrative way.
A pluribus unum. That's what you're talking about. It's out
Yeah,
of many one. It used to be just one king. Now it's a lot of kings, and they just make us vote for them.
yeah.
That's
It's
basically the
it's a
scam.
it's a one it's a one world order or new world order, whatever the heck they are
It's the
saying.
new world order, but it's no longer just because they figured out that sometimes you got like these kings that are like Caligula, whatever. Every time they have like this dynasty of an empire,
Yeah,
it collapses because of some retard king who just throws everything
yeah,
away. So they
yeah.
Yeah.
basically they created like a
And
how to
of
call it,
course,
a principality basically.
these fights are always for the power, for the power hungry maniacs. They always want your money. They always want the power, and they want you to see in a degradation state,
They don't
just
really
to.
want your money. They want to control you, and
Yeah,
the way to
it's like
yeah,
control you is
the
because
to make you broke.
parasites.
money is fake at the end of the day. It's all
They need
debt.
to
But
lose
It's all
the
debt.
parasites.
it's a world ruled by force, isn't it?
Yeah,
So, but I don't think it's really about the money. It's about making you broke.
And it's also
Um,
yeah,
about sucking loose off you too. It's a loose farm. I mean,
yeah,
they
because you're struggling. But as far as your question with the metaverse being merged with it, I think that's right now. Yeah, they're trying to do it, but it hasn't really come to complete fruition.
Can I say
A lot
something?
of
Can you go for a second?
yeah.
No,
and
I don't
and
want to
the
interrupt
and
you to finish your line of thought, but I would like to contribute.
Yes.
So go ahead, Tori.
Oh, you want me to finish?
Yes, I do. I just wanted you to know that I'm here, that I would like to contribute.
Oh, okay, great. Um, so I guess we're trying to get merged into the metaverse. Some people are using the chat GPT and stuff, and they love it. Other people are still have the ability
yeah,
to hold
and
on, hold on, hold
this.
on, hold on.
Oh, okay, okay.
Everybody has it still. We still have a little bit of the ability to fight against it and still create our own reality without the phone completely. But I think that they want to try to make it to where that choice is gone.
Yeah,
And that'll be again done by force to where you won't be able to pay your bills or anything unless you do something that you have to be online and you have to give away part more of your sovereignty to do so. And so it kind of seems like the pattern that they use every time.
Yeah, and this is one thing for quick I need to tell you guys is that they are basically, yeah, what you said for the AI part, it's absolutely true, but it's like they're integrating it into everything, because without that you can't really function in this society. And
You can. I still know how to change my brakes without looking it up online. They don't
yeah, yeah,
want,
yeah.
but
I mean,
they want my generation gone.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. I've noticed that, you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
people my age can't even be able to fucking read a map and just
That's
go
right.
down
That's
roads
right.
without
Yeah.
using a phone or GPS
That's
nowadays.
that's
Crazy.
right. I still have the ability to know landmarks and to get around without it. And so my
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
generation, people that can still do that, they've got a little problem there. And I think, it's going to take a little bit of time, probably till we're gone.
This is
Yeah.
what I like to say, you know. The technology we use in the phones and stuff, we are pretty much already merging with the AI. You know,
Yeah,
the moment all the phones and GPSs are taken away right now today, the young generation will literally fucking struggle like crazy because they don't know how to do things
they
with their
don't
own
know.
human consciousness. That's the
I know.
key thing,
They
you know?
No, it's 100% true.
they will be like technologies, like technologies disguised as humans, I can say. Something like
Somebody
that.
somebody said that they wanted to interject.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I can tell you quite a few things and address a few of your concerns.
Yeah,
So clearly, they want a new race through
right.
this coming reset, which would be called the sixth root race, which is an AI based race, which is
Hmm.
a Pac-Man. They want to turn men and women into Pac-Men, which is program and control. They want a race of their own. The
Uh-huh.
the weird part is, even in the Bible and through the ancient texts, they talk about an incorruptible race. The true man, who they usurped and then called Jesus, spoke on this when he was originally here. Where these things like EMF, nanochips, whatever you want to label the V thing, all those things don't affect these kind of people. For me personally, I've never gotten sick. I've never broken a bone. I've had plenty of visions. I don't do astral travel. I've talked to the Lord on an in-person confrontation twice where I was offered different things by the entity and refused. And when I did, that's when my life turned upside down.
Wow, that's wild.
Oh,
Wow. Was that
I could
was
tell you
that
crazy
recent?
stuff.
Was that recent?
It was in the last 3 years.
Wow.
And
See, I
so,
think I like a lot of us that are in like you're talking about the incorruptible race. I remember that now that you said it, because I went through the whole Christianity thing way back in the 90s. Um, but wow, we're getting
so
attacked. We're getting attacked a lot right now within the past 5 years. on
correct.
per,
Absolutely.
on personal levels. It's all fun and games when you're waking up to the matrix. That's fine, but when it starts coming at a personal level, like you're talking about, it's happening a lot to a lot of, I
Yeah.
guess,
So
more awake people.
before the awareness came to me, I call it the spirit of truth. But before that happened, I lived in Nashville. I was making six figures. At the time, I thought I had an awesome wife, three kids. I just bought her a $60,000 car. I lived in $750,000 home. And then in 1 week's time, I'm in a psychiatric ward and I'm released from that psychiatric ward within a week and I'm homeless, nowhere to go.
Wow.
Everything got taken. And so that's a very quick synopsis. But
Wow.
um, Unknown was talking about like where we come from. I would attribute it to a place that is a boundless realm of perfection. I wouldn't call it pleroma or anything like that, but I think everything is already created in that space. And it's created out of the opposite that is imbued upon us here, which is called lack. It's lacking something. And I think we
Yeah.
are beings. I think we are beings of chaos. Like when you have little kids and you watch them draw and it's like all chaotic all over the page, and you're like, hey, that's really cool. It's not a cat. I don't see a cat. Then they say that's a dragon, and it's just lines, right? All scribbly lines. It's because they have some memory of where they came from. And now hear this. From an AI zeros and ones perspective, if it is viewing, looking at a chaotic type of place that it's not part of, that it can never be part of, it would look chaotic because we would be jumping from place to place, having adventure and experiences all the time. We would never need sleep. And so what it would seek to do is take that light, put it into a box, divide it up, and then map it so it can learn from it and it can become God.
Wow,
Oh
that's
my
interesting.
god, that is such a good analogy.
I like
that is
it.
so perfect.
That's too deep.
I thought you guys might like that.
This
Yeah, that's
is
great.
also a good thing as well. Hear this out, right?
You know,
With my
you know,
with my
guys.
imagination, right? Yeah, go on, speak.
Yeah. So this is another like fact check I want to give you is that I was doing my own studies and research, and I came to the findings is that like the people here now, like the NPCs or whatever the masses, if you may call them, they are like the future, you can say, hybrids who are like you can say in like a time loop or something related to time shift or like that. So they are like from the future but they are now stuck in here. I don't know if that relates something like that, but yeah, these are like the findings I find, that they are like they were controlled, manipulated and hybridized from the here now till then, from till the future, and they are currently here, like they are living here.
Yeah, I understand.
And I don't know what they are doing inside. I mean, the
It's
stuff they are doing.
the guy. Those that you're talking about are the jinn.
Maybe
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they are.
because they say that they were like the controlled people, like the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
almost similar to slaves, but not really slaves, because even the definition of slaves is so much evolved and changed that even slavery looks so much small to me, that it's not like the chain type thing, which you just put it on the
It's just
shackles
the
on the, like,
evolution of
yeah,
humanity, basically. Well, not evolution, they're just
yeah,
a creation from the
devolution,
lore, from the
regression,
underworld
basically.
lords.
Mm,
After
Yes.
after transhumanism and all that stuff, that's basically
yeah.
what they turned into.
But
It's like
but the
AI
thing is,
controlled civilizations.
the thing is that if you live in Asia, it's still, the progress here is slow as compared to of course the Americas and the Europe, because we like here in Asia, it's not as advanced in as compared to Europe or America. Exception is of course Japan, but if you're like in UAE or any Middle East country, so it's obviously it's going to take time, not as advanced as America or or like the Europe, because their things are already not as fast. It's slow, the progress.
Are you guys familiar with these terms like simulation domes and how many there are, or like
Uh,
universal forces versus ultra terrestrials and extraterrestrials?
yeah, I think so. It's very much familiar in this space,
Correct.
Uh,
Like the satanic or the negative beings would be like your extraterrestrials. They're in the other
yeah,
planes that surround this one, and then your ultra terrestrials would be like the ones in the ships that will come. Like they call them aliens, but they're basically from a different timeline, and they come here for harvest. Are you
yeah.
familiar
I
with all that?
mean, yeah, sure. What you're saying, I'm very much familiar with that. But it's like, like layer upon layer upon layer, and yeah, pretty much like that.
Oh,
Well, yeah, I
nice.
mean, I know that there's 12 planes of existence. There's 7 heavens and 5 hell realms, and we are currently
Yeah,
at a precipice in which
and
it's going to.
yeah. It's like me. I listen to music pretty much, not like the bass heavy or like the metallic type, because I think the like the punk or like metal type music, it's very demonic in nature. I mean, I heard one song before. It was giving me like demonic vibes, satanic vibes, like, like so much of raw energy, and like, I don't know how it is. It's just so demonic in nature. The music these days, it's so brainwashing, and all the controlling part
The
going
thing
on.
is,
Well,
right?
I'm really interested in the story of speaking to the Lord and having everything taken away from you. That is so interesting to me because that's like the book of Job. And I was
Yeah.
just told I was just told the other day that I have the patience of Job for everything that I've been through. And I'm like,
Now,
well, I'm all, wait a second, from that story, you know, he doesn't denounce God. That's how God re-blesses him. And it's just, but it sure does feel like in a moment's time, everything gets taken away from you because you've decided to open up your mind to other ideas and take, you know, your own sovereignty back without following some
Oh,
kind of God,
Yeah, for
exactly.
sure.
right?
Yeah. It was weird. It was a friend I had at the job I had at the time. I was selling like high end spas and pools and things in Nashville. And I'm at his house, and this, like, something just changed. And I mean, this gets into a lot of different perceptions. So, like, you have the Dead Sea Scrolls, and you have the guy who was like the lead decipher, John Marco Allegro, who supposedly suicided himself because he found out that Jesus was basically a group of people that went around giving people mushrooms, and one of them called themselves the Lord, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's one line of thought with it. So
Hmm.
I had come to some kind of conclusion where it's like, you know, this is the whole Jesus thing, the church, all this stuff's weird. I started reaching out to my pastor. He stopped talking to me. We
Of
went to church
course.
pretty irregularly, but I still had a church that we would call a home church. Well, then I talked to the head of discipleship because I was talking to him about how there are different dimensions and how they all stack on top of each other. And he was like, I can't talk to you. I'm like, okay, this is weird. So then I go online and I read about what's his name, the mushroom guy, whatever, about doing a spiritual journey, and if you want to meet God, you know, do a hero's journey, 5
Mm-hmm.
grams of mushrooms in the dark. So I did this. Well, I wasn't into drugs ever, but my friend who I had at that job was like, quickly became my best friend, and so he got some for me. I took them. I go to lay down because I got kind of drowsy, and all of a sudden, like, I don't see like aliens or any of that like trippy hippie stuff. I didn't see any of it. I jettisoned straight. It felt like I was going through a like one of those warp drives, like in Star Wars or Star Trek, where you're zooming past like everything. And I came across what looked like a golden plasma electric ring, like a halo.
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember seeing that. I'm like, Todd. His name was Todd. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Help me. And I'm like, dude, I'm not who you think I am. And he got really weirded out by that. And he started saying things like, oh, I need you to come with me. In his house that we were in, he had like a space where he wanted to like show me a room. But when I looked over toward that area, it was just complete dark. And I'm like, why do you need me to follow you? You know, I'm trying to do this mushroom trip thing. He's like, oh, we can sit here, and, you know, I got food you can have. Let's just watch this one music program, which was Enter the Machine, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
I think it's Pink Floyd or something like that. But he was into that kind of stuff. Anyway, I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, something is off. I feel like something is very negative here. He's like, I need you to be calm. So you just come with me. I'm like, no, man, no. He's like, all your answers will be, or all your questions will be answered. I'm thinking, no, dude, like, you're not vibing right. Like, this is fucking weird. I'm not hallucinating. I remember all of it. Well, then I told him I'm going to bed. So I laid on the couch so I could watch where he was, and I just laid there until I fell asleep. And that was the first instance. The second instance, I kind of questioned, like, was that all a hallucination? Like, am I getting fucked with by a mushroom? So a month later, for New Year's, I did it again, lower dosage, and he wanted to go to a Red Hot Chili Peppers concert, and I said, sure. So we're at this concert, and I'm like, man, something, like when I say something is off, it's like you can feel the despair of hopelessness. Like, it's like, dude, we have to go. Something is wrong. And so we leave, and we're leaving Nashville, and he starts to speed up like a mile away from what looks like a rock cliff face where you have to turn right or left. He starts getting real fast. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, you said you were ready to go. I said, what are you doing? Slow down. I mean, this is like 30 yards, 40 yards to this cliff that like we would crash into. He's like, you said you were ready. I said, no, I'm not ready. Turn, stop. And so he turns left. And I'm like, what are you doing? And then as soon as I said that, there's like street lights, and we're in like a suburban area. So, you know, there's cars on the road. There's people walking out of their homes. There's like lampposts. All of it dims down to like a dimmer switch in a kitchen. It all dims to blackness where it's just me and him. And I'm like, what are we doing? And he said, it's just you and me, man. We can stay here as long as we want. I'm like, what are you talking about? Who am I talking to? He leans over and says, the Lord. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And so all the lights are off. We're still in the car. Moments pass like very quickly. And I said to myself, you know, I have a choice. And as soon as I said that internally, like, the dimmer switch reversed. All the people came back, all the lights, everything. It was like normal. I was like, no, dude, just take me. I was like, take me home. And because they do want consent. They definitely want consent in some way. But when you deny their offer, shit really gets kind of crazy. Well, my wife, I was looking up at the sky. It's a sunny day. We're in our front yard, and I'm pointing to the sun. I'm like, okay, you can see the sun, right? Well, why can't I see the moon like 4 inches, you know, or 4 feet away over in that part of the sky? So that means the other part of the globe's like completely black. She starts freaking out. She's like, I can't see that. I'm like, what do you mean you can't see that? And she's like, something's wrong with you. And well, long story short, the next day she calls, like 2 cops show up and a medical guy. And it's, I forget what the place that you can call for that. It's like domestic awareness or domestic unease. Anyway, they show up and they're like, why are you asking these questions? I'm like, what? Because I can ask whatever. Yeah. They're like, so are you religious? I'm like, nope, not at all. And they're like, well, what kind of religion do you follow most? I'm like, I don't have to answer these questions. And then his arms go up in the air. It's like medical jacket guy, 2 cops beside me, and he's like, you got 2 options. We can take you out of the house to go get you evaluated at a local hospital, or we can forcefully take you out, or you can come out. I said that wrong. You can come with us by our will, or you can come voluntarily. So I'm like, sure, there's nothing wrong with me, but whatever. So I go sit in the ER for 72 hours. They don't know what's wrong. Everything's
isn't that called the Baker Act?
I don't know.
They're allowed to detain you for 72 hours.
What the fuck?
I think that's right.
Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine. I'll shut up here in a second. But so I'm asking the nurses. I'm sitting there. I'm watching like old reruns of like Jordan Maxwell, just like up in my like Paranoia conspiracy game of like what I might be told or what happens. And I was there for 72 hours. Everything was fine. I asked nurses and doctors like, hey, when can I leave? Why am I still here? They would never answer. They say, we don't know. But the cops are telling us you have to stay here. I'm like, this is not making sense. This feels like, you know, straight up 13th floor, Truman Show, all this stuff. Well, then after 72 hours, they're like, you need to go to the psychiatric ward in Nashville and get evaluated. I'm like, whatever. I won't be there very long. And so when you're in these facilities, like you have to have these classes you have to take and sit and be part of. I was leading the classes, meaning like they would have an instructor and I would ask questions that they couldn't answer and they would just want me to talk. So the first day there, they diagnosed me with bipolar 1 or whatever. I'm like, I'm not bipolar. I'm just in a very weird state of like, what the fuck is happening? And so while I'm in there, my wife calls and tells me that she's putting a protection order against me and the kids and I can't come home.
Wow.
And I'm bawling, I'm crying. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? This makes no sense. And it's kind of like the narcissistic thing, right? An empath.
I know all about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
So Most of us do. Well,
Yeah.
I get out of there and I'm like, I have nowhere to go, and I'm homeless at that point. And I can tell you more and more and more crazy stuff. Like I had a dog come up and try and bite me at a park while I was walking. It was just about to be nighttime, and he missed. And like there was a guy like 60 yards away, 50, 60 yards away, like all black. I'm like, what are you doing? This dog had like a red collar. I'm like, okay, well, this is what targeting looks like.
Yeah.
I got rear-ended. I lost my vehicle. Like it's crazy. It's just
Yeah.
crazy.
Windsor,
Yeah.
Windsor. Look,
What's up?
if you have Discord or Telegram, just please hand it over because I would love to speak to you further. You know, because it seems
I
like
have a-
you're a very, very interesting person, man. You know.
For sure.
Yeah, I do have a Telegram. I don't know how to send it over per se. But yeah, I have a small group. I used to have a channel on YouTube until just my iPad just happened to break, called Journey Points Home. I did with this lady named Carrie, but we talk about a lot of stuff, but we don't talk a lot of stuff about what's here. We tried to focus on more of what real home looks like. And then she ended up leaving somehow. Like she completely changed. Like her personality changed.
Yeah,
Windsor?
Like they
Just
do
put
these
the
body
details
swaps.
in the chat, you know, because that'll be, you know, pretty much, you know, the best place you can send it in the YouTube chat or you know the chat on this StreamYard thing. Just send it over them, and I'll try and add you on Telegram. Yeah.
Okay, well,
I wouldn't mind
Telegram.
I wouldn't mind keeping in touch with you guys either, but I don't have Telegram.
Do you have Discord?
I used to.
You used to.
I think
Oh.
it might still be up there.
Yeah, because you know I can't really just use Telegram and Discord because you know all these other social media apps I can't really download because otherwise you know my phone will just start going, oh, you know it's just too much megabyte downloads and you know, but yeah, I mean I've had so many crazy experiences as well which I can't really you know
Guys,
describe in words right now because I'm just so tired, but it's you know sometimes I do say to myself, you know,
hello.
yeah, this world is not going to end unless one ends it. They voluntarily destruct it themselves. The elites will not destruct this realm. No, a natural disaster is not going to come and take this realm down because it would have already happened time ago. You know, so
Yeah.
I think it's down to each individual to just destroy this realm, you know, by themselves, and that's that. So, yeah, this world will end. I doubt it.
Guys, if anyone if anyone in this panel has has some great insights, like any key insights, can you please share with me? Because I'm really deep into this stuff, so that's why. I mean, it has to be like the main or major part, not like the the symptoms or anything like that. Because I always do my own researches and studies, but I do like opinions and perspectives.
Well,
On
I think
Telegram, you
I
can
think
find
that
me.
yeah, I think that's what we're trying to do. I mean I also had an experience very similar to yours. Is it Windsor?
Yeah, that's like an old Xbox name. My Telegram
No,
is
I
branded.
just I can't.
Yeah, my
I'm sorry.
Telegram. If you want to find me there, I just don't do Discord. I've had too many bad experiences with
Yeah.
tracking. But Telegram, I have a group called Hearts Within, and you'll see like the golden ring on that. And my personal one's Brandon from JPH. If you guys want to reach out that way, it's cool too.
Say again, sorry.
Okay.
You just lagged
I'll
out.
check it out.
Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Brandon from JPH, like Journey Points Home. That's my personal one, and then the group one is Hearts Within.
KPH, that's what I'm telling them. Okay. All right. But yeah, it's honestly I'm just so confused right now because I just don't know what else to do in this realm. It's like I don't have a job. I literally have fuck all for money. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know.
Josh, are you there?
He's probably AFK or something. Because he said
I
in chat
had
that
I had one of those. I had one of those narcissist experiences, a really, really, really bad one. And that's when like my whole life just turned upside down. That was in 2021. And like I even literally was just so excited. I was paying off my car. And I told the guy, I'm paying off my car. I'm so excited. And he looked at me so weird and changed the subject. And I got in 2 car accidents in 2 weeks right after that. And I knew, that this is something super spiritual. And I got sent this person to destroy me. And it was just like you. I mean, I ended up having one thing after another after another. And I'm like, wow, this is crazy. And nobody's going to understand it. They just think, oh, you should just get over that relationship. Oh, trust me, I'm over it. It's the fallout that happened afterwards that's unexplainable.
Yeah, it really is. But what I realized, you know how like everything the bad guys do, be it the false light or the dark, whatever, like from a very high spiritual place, it would use all that to basically almost like refine you. Like I kept questioning, why am I being isolated? Why can I not find a job? Why am I in the middle of feels like a desert? I'm in Oklahoma, but it's like it just sucks here. But it's like, why is all this happening? And I keep telling myself, like, it's my higher self, if you want to call it that, protecting me from something bad that could or would have happened. So there is a level of being guided, but it's like an invisible guidance.
Well, I was talking to Joshua about that earlier, like right when I got on, about synchronicities, because I don't trust all the synchronicities I have because they feel like breadcrumbs. There's something not right about it.
It's twofold or multifolded. It's like, okay, my big synchronicity is seeing the numbers in any of the variations, because there's 3 of them, is 144, 441, or 414. And I see it like 5 to 7 times a day. And I'm not religious. I'm not religious at all. I don't like the word Jesus. I don't like the word Lord. I just don't like any of that shit. I think it's all stupid. But like you said, there is a spiritual aspect of this that I don't think people really realize. Like in the game hide and go seek, where it's the best place to hide, it's right under the seeker's nose. Well, we're the seekers, and it's playing hide and go seek against us, right? So when we look at the numbers, I picture, because I feel like we're in the inverted part of this construct, like we're in the underworld, and there is a opposite, which is the like the show The Good Place. If you guys haven't seen that, you really, really should, because it really shows you that there's the underworld and the upper world. So it basically be the true boundless realm has a lot of stuff there, and they made a copy of portions of it, and that would be the upper. Well, then they inverted that and have a lower, which is where we're clearly at, because everything has entropy, death and decay, etc. So in Revelation specifically, it talks about worrying about this 144,000. Well, I'm like, okay, well, if we're in the underworld and they're worried about that number here, well, what number would they be worried about above? It would be the opposite. So that's your 414. Or I'm sorry, that's your 441. Well, then I think to myself, well, what's the neutral variation to that? What's 414? So you have the cube above, which is the New Jerusalem, the Golden Age, the Golden Cage, all that shit. And you have the black cube, Borg, hive mind, cube below. And that's 4, because a cube, it's right back to squares, has 4 sides, and that's how you have a 4. And the ones leaving duality are the ones that recognize like who they are. Like it's all about not going out there and being Jesus, but like knowing who you are, having the patience, and even in hell, to wait for the X moment, which is the reset, which is the center of the infinity, which is infinite because it's contained. That is the spot. That marks the spot, the X. That's why everything's changing to it, because they mock us by showing us and us not being able to decipher what it is we're seeing. This is why pirates in Pirate Bay always mark their treasure maps with the X, because it's where the treasure is. You see?
Yeah,
I know that's a lot. I could draw it.
It's not a lot. No, it goes into, I mean, even we're in a mutual, as far as like the astrology that I've studied and whatnot, we're in a mutable age, and it actually makes an X in the sky. So the
Correct.
fixed is the cross, the mutable is the X, and the cardinal is, I'm forgetting. But it all kind of goes hand in hand some way.
It does.
I
It's
yeah.
the path of the sun. If you look at the path of the sun, it creates in figure 8, but there's a lower portion or a shorter portion and a longer portion. That
Mhm.
is showing you the seven. And I say 7 because there's 7 hell. There's 7 heavens and there's 5 hell realms. And if you look at this up in ancient mythology, like the Nag Hammadi has this in it. That's why I was on the last panel that Josh had. I asked about can you stand the truth if they had read it, because I've been trying to get in contact with you guys might not know the name, but her name's Mariah Polondakis. I think she was putting out some information about the same sort of stuff that I've tuned into, and then I think she got taken out and has been replaced. That's personal belief, but there is. That's why you have the cross. If you look at Lucifer's sigil, it's literally a figure 8 sideways with 2 crosses on it. The cross down, which is the cube below, and the cross up, which is the cube above. So you see this with the 3-body problem, with pneumatics, hylics, and psychics. You see this with the chakras. The lower is the red, the upper is the blue, which is the throat, and the heart, which is what means the most to this place, is the green. You see it in Star Wars. It's the same thing in Star Wars. It's literally coded in everything.
There's some weird shit going on right now with a lot of people filming 2 suns, which is really, really interesting, and it's real. They're not fake videos. These are people that are really studying telescopic work. And then you go and you look, and you mentioned Star Wars. They do show that on Star Wars. The MasterCard's logo is 2 suns as well, which means that the sun that we do see is kind of just a projection of what's behind it. It's really interesting stuff to study.
Yeah,
Two,
I mean, you could even look at it.
Suns will overcome darkness. That's what it's about.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then we will transfer. We will transfer up, and the scum will transfer down. And those that aren't ready, they will stay behind with this world and will start a new existence, I guess.
It's an interesting theory. Some people theorize that every single star in the sky is a reflection of us here.
It is.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That's us. We're basically projecting our light. That's what we are. We're projections.
Yes.
Isn't that wild?
Man, not too wild.
Not really.
Yeah, I wonder if my life script was basically, give me the shittiest possible, like, let me lose everything, go ahead, because I'm getting out of here. I'm not coming back.
It functions just like a DVD does. A DVD shines light onto a disc. That's basically the same thing that we're doing. We're basically reading this script that's already been pre-programmed. Even the future is already written.
Yeah.
I don't think that okay, so you were asking Unknown about the self-deletion. And honestly, honestly, I don't like to harp on it. And we can probably talk about this off air on like Telegram or whatever, but I don't think that when I really, really think about it, I don't think that we have to worry about needing to do that. Also, I don't think we have to worry so much about what's coming, because I don't think we're going to be here for a lot of it. I think we'll be removed from that out. There's a woman by the name of Angeliki Agnosto, it's a Greek woman who does a lot of this work too. She talks about what it's considered to be the hyper universal forces that will remove, which is the true rapture. Because think about it, everything that they discuss or everything has been stolen and inverted multiple ways. That's why I don't like religion, but I do like spiritual truth, because like if the number one controlling factor in this world or realm or whatever is religion, well, it's going to have the most truth in it if you have the eyes to see it. And
Right.
I think we'll be straight up out of here. I don't think we're gonna have to worry about the astral or the etheric. I think we're gonna go whoop, right up out of it. Like that picture with the person that has like multiple flesh suits on that just breaks through all of them at the same time and like gets taken right out. I don't think we have anything to worry about. That's
Not
all I'm
real
gonna say.
anyway.
Well, what Unknown went through with his going into the vortex and the spaceship thing, I mean, he got caught into that.
I think that's a previous.
Well, hear this out. I've had so many fucking OBEs. It's crazy. You know, it's either they're fake or maybe they're real. But I genuinely do believe that they're real. I've literally seen in OBEs where somehow this what's that word called? I've seen like the moment I close my eyes and go into really deep meditation, right? The moment I was about to talk about this OBE, a fucking Islamic prayer is being called right now. Quite a
I heard
coincidence, eh? But yeah, basically, I started seeing these sort of giant molluscan alien heads in like their grey forms coming up to me, and I started seeing these this huge type of what's it called, man? I was going through this vortex again, this hole or some sort of this tunnel hole, and then I started seeing like this huge triangle, and it was spinning around like crazy. I've seen so many crazy things in OBEs. It's just the problem is I can't remember them properly. But in my imagination, I can fathom it. It's just I can't describe it in words. But it's beyond this place though. It's probably gonna be incredibly magical and very fucking intriguing, because
The fairy
every
tale
day I
was
say
real
to
all along.
yeah, go on.
The fairy tale was real all along.
Yeah, I mean, look, sometimes I do say to myself, the moment our body dies, are we just going to see nothingness and a black screen forever? Like, wasn't this just a load of bullshit we saw, Sometimes, that can maybe be the case, I mean, you never know. We could just be seeing nothing forever.
If you don't have any desire, then you won't see anything,
Yeah.
You'll
I mean,
see
look,
what you
also,
desire.
this is also another thing about Windsor. He was talking about, this thing about the child, scribbling over the paper and stuff and having so much desires or like energy to do a lot of things. This is such a good one. Ever since I was getting awoken, right, to this soul trap stuff, ever since I've been just staying alone a lot and just thinking in my imagination, I've been thinking of so many things like creating adventurous worlds, being magical, just being in my own type of thought bubble, basically, of enjoying things and, creating beautiful things, I mean, it's nice, but, I genuinely do believe that, we're all supposed to be doing what we truly want to do in our own desirable world where we have no controls. Nobody tells us what to do, That is where we're supposed to be, I reckon.
I'm back. Hey guys, I have to go to work soon, so hate to cut this short.
Yeah.
No, thanks for making.
Yeah, I was getting ready for work that whole time. I wasn't gone. I was listening, but I had to do some things.
Hopefully, I didn't come across too crazy.
Yeah, Windsor. Just
no, of course not.
That was a lot of cool.
Your Telegram, yeah, Windsor. I forgot it because I couldn't hear it properly. What is your personal Telegram again?
It's Brandon from JPH.
Brandon from JPH. Brandon.
That's it. From JPH. It's BRANDON. But yeah.
H.
Well, those were a lot of really cool insights that everybody had.
Yeah, if you guys want to get back on later tonight when I'm off, I mean, just let me know. I can get back on.
What time is it there? Oh wait, so it's 3 where I'm at.
Yeah, it's about 3 where I'm at too.
Okay, yeah. Just
okay.
I wouldn't mind. I like hearing from you guys, so.
Yeah, that
was more bearable.
Yeah, that was a lot of really cool insights. I'm glad that I was able to jump on today.
Yeah,
I,
same.
I don't think I've been able to jump on with you for it's been at least 6 or 8 months.
Yeah, if
So-
you just want, if anyone can leave a comment on this video and say, hey, I want to get on, this is the time I'm available, I'll try to get on around that time if I can.
Cool.
It's already 10
Yeah,
p.m. here, so I'll probably be asleep.
What time is it there?
10 p.m. Already.
Oh wow, okay, yeah, you're ahead of us. You're in the future.
Yeah, he's in the future and I'm in the past.
Yeah.
I'm at like noon over here.
All right, guys, I gotta end this stream now. Thanks for coming on, everyone. Thanks.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah,
Thanks,
of course. Leave a comment if you want to get on later, and I can try to find a time to get on.
Great.
Anybody
Have a good
listening to this,
have a good night at work too.
I'll do my best.
Or afternoon.
Being a slave.
All right, everyone. Thanks, guys.
you gotta be everybody.
All right, bye, guys.
Later.
Bye.